Good evening, good night, good morning, good afternoon, worldwide. This is City Hall, so we stand tall. Well, tonight, so my brother right side of me, see him there? Light Titans, yes, and I loan some Titans. Yeah, man, we're there. The man in the wilderness. Yes. Tonight we have a special guest, Dr. Dixon. So in my log on right now, I think he have a little problem. He have a little problem logging on. But tonight show well at people. It well at. So una can't afford to miss that show, yeah. None at all. Tell them honest, so we not play no. We not play. Yes? We hold them accountable. We are the Titans, So we hold them accountable. We're not a big friend running. Not you, lady.
No friend. No friend when it comes to dealing with, accountability.
Yes.
From the slip, you don't know, say you get the this. Yeah. We have to put you in a place when you're slip,
Yes, yes.
Accountability is what we require. No accountability.
I copy back this and send go give I'm some lagan and show me something in the studio. I mean, I know in my face, but like everybody lagan on the same thing. So let me just send it back go give him again. Send it go give him again. Yeah. You know what? My lagan, but I don't know what down there, no? Yes. All right. Me just send that back go give him again. Yeah, people, me just send it go give him one more time. Yeah. Yeah, man, in Malagan. So we send go give him one more time, cause in Malagan, I send me back something, and then we like when it up on the screen, So we just send it back go give him. I'm gonna try Lagan right now because we have say we want us a nice tonight. We are talking to Dr Dixon PNP Caretaker for North Central Clarendon. That's how we Bug Life say him a MP. And Bug Life I do a nasty job. So we have to go straighten out the one Bug Life,
Yeah, man, I have to get straightened out, man.
Yeah, man. Follow. The same for me and the same thing. Same thing log in with. You me do. Just log out back out of your thing and then use it back again. It's use a YouTube or use something. Because the phone free up, man, or your thing where you use free up, yeah? Cool. Yeah, man. You might try log in and I don't know what go on theme end.
Yeah.
I'm good, I'm supposed to log up, You see me I say? But anyway, we're gonna start the ball rolling because we have too much things to deal with. We could just start the City Hall in the meantime and make him go and log on here. All right. City.
Trendsetter, I'm going to build on some of this place. Tell the boy, the follow come on. Build on some the follow back and no man. See, anyway, go some. Man a big trendsetter, want some run the place. Me no follow back and me no run rat race. Big trendsetter, want some set the place. Me follow back man. Yo. As a man said to me, you're an expansion man. Cool. In the car, I'm gonna sprung. Every man jump up on the bandwagon. Put them lyrics together and I do make one boy. Them don't know how to compose song. The boy them sound like cold bag and follow the hell. Them 50 and touchdown. Me visit the love get a while. I pull up a tam. Run out the trendsetter. No one come set the place. Me never love a come and come in no run rat race. Big trendsetter they want some set the place. Never love a come on. Yo, brethren. Proper farmers take the one up for them of the rest. Yes. Take some juice and smoke too big at the festival. Naturally where we drop down and dead. Get nervous and I know what to say. Yo, load some natural and what them a think. Man a vegetarian and me no smoke no drink. When me up and they make all the moon starting. I have the iceberg on the Titanic sing. And a big trendsetter, no one come set the place. Never love a come and come in a run rat race. Big trendsetter, no one come set the place. Me never love a come and
We stand tall, City Hall, and we have some new thing for drop a road, and I'm gonna drop them a road, Me have one and I mash up on the head. You know, we always have the new thing them a drop. Meanwhile, me wait for Doc for come in. We wait for Doc for come in, for come talk. We have some new thing for drop, you know. So, like, the preview tonight, how we are hold them in and mash them up, you know. We're not going to put them none at all. You understand? So, we want to interview Doc first, and then the other part, you know, so we are knock up the place. Yes.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Not like us, huh?
Same way, my brother.
Right. Me just see him sending something. Maybe call him and hear what I say. Because I'm try log in people and it give him a problem. It's over here, so yeah, yes, brother. Yeah, but the YouTube that mean but the YouTube account you have to just sign your YouTube first and then you click it and then you can just carry. You understand? Just and it'll take you to something like it sign in. It can show you you have a Facebook. Sign in on your Facebook then. You can go on your Facebook. That's for the time it's the Facebook on your Facebook. And sign in on it. We hit us tricky down there, so I want them to trick up down there, man. So we there for blaze some fire right now, you know. And I eat everybody I use, right? So cause I depend this, you understand? Yes, so yeah man. See if we can do that I forgot to go and chat on the phone. But try it again, man. Yeah? And we just start. Yeah man, cool. Alright. Yeah man, so we're try to get him up and ready because when you're up on the screen, you know, yes. That carry on like them know say bug life, you know, some fire can blaze upon you right now, so you try to go around. Now, I have to show the new thing then before you come on, you know, because we have some new thing I for boss and show you know. And I don't want to put them out before. Something going on in Jamaica just now, people, it bad. Barbara gets slew. And what? She gets stabbed in her neck. No, them kill a doctor, you know, people. I could just show the doctor right away, right? In the meantime, I want to talk about this. A doctor, them found a doctor dead. Found him dead. With him throat slash. Him come from somewhere around so. So I'm showing the doctor here. Hold on there. Him found the doctor with him throat slash, you know. You see this? This unbelievable. I'm just take off this. Yeah? I'm showing these people. This unbelievable. Them could have run up and down the Como. See that? Not my word. Him about from 97. See that? I saw the green bit, put it up. See there? Medical doctor found dead with throat slash. Westmoreland. Medical doctor found dead with throat slash in Westmoreland. Burmese born medical doctor who had been living in Jamaica since 1997 was found dead with his throat slash at his home, you know. Now them kids, you notice when one thing go on, and then go for the liquor, I want them also the youth to them pick up see me because them can't match nothing with the youth. Them sit down there, yeah. If you did match something with him now a Sunday, I pick him up from Wednesday and I run out with him. You understand? Them find blood in a car and all kind of thing, you find blood from the youth. Them a take out some people, you know. See there? Throat slash at this woman in Savlamar, Westmoreland, on Sunday afternoon. Just now them kill him. Them find him. Might have kill him the night before, the day before, same like the journalist woman. Same like Gail. See there? 57-year-old general practitioner, but them I put this so. I used to see more or something. 50, yeah, you see it?
Yeah, man, general practitioner, man.
Yeah. So I'm 57. So them found him at him home with him short slash. So for them, think what them go for your short now.
Yeah.
Eh?
That's where the recurring team lies right now because that was still one. Cut people throat. From a little 9-year-old boy, him throat slash.
Yes.
Bloomfield, same way.
Then stab him up.
Yeah.
And then now look the lady I know, this girl, them
same neck.
Yes.
You know, that's how them I work now.
Yeah, this body,
Very bad.
That bad man.
Paint a bad picture too.
Ah, see ya, man. Okay. All right, you're up now, man. You see
Yeah,
it?
man. Yeah, man.
All right, lovely, man, lovely.
Man,
Yeah,
bless
man.
you, brother.
Welcome to
Blessings,
City
blessings.
Dr. Dixon. How you doing?
Yeah, man. Thank you very much. I'm good.
Yeah, well, me love that.
I'm
Me
doing
love
good.
that.
I'm doing good.
Yeah, I feel good. First
Been
thing me
a
have to
long,
do,
a
we
long
stay and
few
put in the
days.
work, though.
Yeah, man. Definitely. It's been a 2 long days, a day, 24 hours worth of work, and then since I left work, I've been, moving around. I had a church service this morning, sometime after 10, and then I left there to go to one funeral, and then from there to another funeral, and after that, a quick stop at one of my friend's business place, and then here I am
Well, me I tell you, in work,
back
you know,
at home.
put in the work. Definitely put in the work, yes,
Yeah,
man.
man.
All right, me take a look down after the election, right? With them name Morgan. We call him Bug Life. You don't know him as Morgan, but we know him as
Yes.
Bug Life, right? That constituency, them destroyed, man. No work never go on down there for him take it over, man. No work at all. Cause the road, we don't
No,
have the road. We don't
not
have,
at all. And as I said, it's something that he refuted at post cabinet press briefing. The roads are the worst I've ever seen them. Ever.
yes.
The roads are the worst that I've ever seen them. And the little patching work that they're doing. I mean, my analysis of it is that, if you wanted to give back some money to the people, you better you come with one of the care programs that they have during COVID and say, here you go, we're giving $10,000. But the quality of work that's been done, I am certain that once we have persistent rainfall, a few hours or rainfall, a few consecutive days, that is gonna be gone. I take, for example, there's one section of the road that was patched in the lead up to their constituency conference, which was, I believe, November 2, the first Sunday in November. And to date, that road is already, the potholes have re-emerged, and they re-emerge in about a month or less than a month.
So
Right? So,
yes.
so, 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 so so the quality of work that's being done leaves much to be desired. And I mean, put on top of that the fact that you patch a couple roads and you keep patching the same ones over and over again. The people have no real lasting relief. Yes, you might have a couple of weeks in certain areas that you can drive on a section of the road that's pothole free, but in a matter of weeks, they're re-emerging. So some serious look needs to be taken at what is being done to ensure that proper engineering work is being done, proper quality work is being done, not just throwing some patching, right? Some of the areas, anybody who lives here can tell you that when it rain falls, the water is going to go that way and that way and that way, and anything you put on that road, if you don't fix the drainage, is going to be damaged. But nobody is consulting. Someone just come, they patch something, they report it that, oh, we spent $5 million on this road, and in 3 weeks the $5 million is gone.
The goddamn disgrace too. Some more than disgrace. Because we
Mhm.
want to go back. We want to go back to the time when we have PWD. So we have qualified people dealing with the road. Not some people in some blue cap
Mhm.
and throwing finger and say, well, we get work. And I mean, it got to rain chin. If you know, say you have people, member of parliament, I use the people, them like some because slave puppet, for
Mhm.
buy vote. Over time you see them come to things like this when an election are come up. And you can't
Exactly.
run on the road. Because the truth is, you are the opposition, you have to talk about the road because you have to stand up for the people then. But
Mhm.
when you're in a government, when they're in a government for 9 years, 9 years, because February has 9 years.
Yes.
Yeah, there is no way you have a patch a road and say yes, and then you have some people that show something, and then people in a green cap. Like them alone
Mhm.
exist. You use them people that for sure say even the word figure where the government are giving now, I say, it gone down, unemployment thing gone down to 3.8%. That is bull crap,
Mhm.
right? Because in your constituency right now a lot of people are work. The whole of them gonna work. Tell me something, a lot of people up there now work.
A lot of persons are without jobs, without skills. whole heap of persons. That's the cry of most of the young persons here. You know, they want some job opportunity, right? Be it a local opportunity or an overseas opportunity. A lot of them, you know, want to go overseas, you know, be it farm work or, you know, another overseas employment program. They just want, you know, an opportunity. For them, you know, the opportunity that they're seeing is to go overseas, to make a life for themselves. But certainly there's much more that needs to be done concerning the constituency where job creation is concerned. As I have stated time and again, it's an agricultural constituency, farming constituency. So a big part of creating opportunities for persons is to make farming more, what should I say, make it more sexy, right? So you know, somebody don't just see it as, you know, me going to put my hand in dirt, but you know, showing them what farming can do for them and how farming can be a big part of building wealth for them and building wealth for their family. So a part of what needs to be done in North Central Clarendon is that we have a lot of idle lands, agricultural lands, that need to get into the hands of farmers. And we're not just talking about how this government does it, where, you know, it goes into the hands of just the big wealthy farmers or the big wealthy businessmen, right? We're talking about ensuring that the small farmer can get access to some of these government lands. And when you give them access, you also want to ensure that, you know, there is assistance where land preparation is concerned. And from land preparation, you know, when they reap the crops, we also want to ensure that we are creating adequate market, be it local market or markets overseas. But what you find is that you know, we don't have this emphasis on agriculture here. So you might have one person who, you know, is doing well from land prep all the way through to marketing and export, and another person who might not be able to produce the quantity that is needed for them to, you know, access certain markets. So what we have to do in North Central Clarendon is that we have to ensure that no, we cluster our farmers, right? Or farming cooperatives, etc., that those need to be reactivated so that if you're producing 100 pounds, but a market need 1,000 pounds, and 10 of you are producing 100 pounds, then you know you can have something joint to ensure that you can tap into those markets. But that's one of the areas that we have to really create jobs in, and skills training, right? We have a number of business here, hardwares, etc. You know, forklift operators. We're talking about carpenters, masons, etc. A lot of persons have interest in electrical installation. The truth is that we have no permanent training site in North Central Clarendon, right? For some of those that can be done, like the one-day certificates, you do have, where from time to time you might have a hard trust bus come in, and you know, you can certify some hairdressers, certify some barbers, etc. But for those who need a full training course, those are going to be electrical installation, those are going to be doing carpentry or construction, etc., that they don't have the opportunity right here in North Central Clarendon to access those. And then to go out, you know, the cost is prohibitive, right? If we really want to engage the young persons in particular who are living here, we really have to bring a lot of these to them. We accept that based on the volume that you need for a class, every single trade might not be able to be brought to every single constituency, but you do have common areas that can be brought out to different constituencies for persons in the constituency to access without going outside. And I believe that if you train more persons, get them the relevant skills, that that will be one of those beacons that can create hundreds, thousands of jobs for persons, both within the local economy here in North Central Clarendon, as well as, you know, in other constituencies, and even opportunities for them to go overseas.
Okay. First, John asks if Spalding a part of the constituency.
No, Spalding is in Northwest Clarendon.
Northwest. That Northwest, yeah? Yes. Yeah, man. I saw that video. Yes, man. So, I know you have a lot of plans, but tell me why you see most of the plan them right. I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's because this government and the minions, there are some more Xerox. I call them Xerox copy machine. I will ask you something that you know when you're going at too much extra detail because all them do is strong and copy a thing because them not government. And when them copy a thing, them do it, you know. So even with the road, we see where I go on, and nobody can run per road. But it's a goddamn disgrace. With the water, let me show you something. Bug Life did I build this up in a place, right? And this how them say them do the most water. Not never go so, because them lying. Them lying. I mean, I
Mhm.
tell you straight.
The
From them,
water situation itself
yes.
it's also worse than it was in 2020 currently.
Okay. Okay. Make I show you something. Some of them that build this, I went down put on it 2 black tank and send give people water.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll show you the tank. I went off for talking. You know, my flyer eagle and the eagle they're all over the place. I do these things. Some of that the evidence and I'll show him, you know. Him turn it on now because I have the thing when him turn it on. So the tank him to leave over the yard there. So this is for them way to solve the problem them in some part and constituency.
Mhm.
Build that right there so. And then him put the 2 black tank on it right now. That's the next eyesore to people. I mean, you know, them come on and they make promise. All water commission, all them need for do as a government. You know, enable the water commission that them can do them work. Them do them job.
Mhm.
People need water,
Mhm.
they need pipe.
Because I mean,
Yes.
while you have those temporary um solution. I don't think if it's a solution really, but while you have those temporary measures in certain communities where you put in black tanks, we have to move beyond that now. It cannot be that in 2016, a part of the measure was to put in black tanks, and 2019 you're putting in black tanks still, and 2020 and 2024 it's still putting in black tanks. There has been no major water project done in North Central Clarendon,
None.
right, over the last several years, right? What you see, a couple of them, you see, they might come and they open and they say, boy, this major project, etc. You find that in a matter of a few weeks, it's back to square one. It's back to square one. The low river treatment plant that they have been speaking about for years in Rock River, that's to service Rock River and some areas in Chapeltown. All they have been doing is talking, 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 right? From what I see, the water situation is worse. And the
Mm-hmm.
thing about it is that I can speak as a matter of fact on it. I live in North Central Clarendon, right? And it's my experience that I have to now be almost exclusively buying water because you're not getting running water in the pipes.
No, but wait, all right. Before you say something, let me just show you about this were dangerous, right? This when put right as so you know, this may have something with the pipe when put on it, right? And this very dangerous too, you know. The people that might not know it's dangerous, but all right, so, but all right, so politician or anybody else. So you there, so you know, say you have evil people. And you there, so them want poison. Them the poison water with this. Then I want the tank it there. Unsecure. It's an unsecure tank.
Mhm.
Outside. So if you throw some poison 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the early morning, you know, can't poison off a whole place, man. This water, moon, I want the water there. And I like
Mhm.
your yard and dog in your yard and you put it on your house top and you lock it down. This outside, on the ground. These
Mhm.
things are danger. It's more dangerous for you if you drink out of the anybody can throw anything in the water.
Mhm.
They can just whoop
But
in it,
what?
just poisonous, but dirty things, and can just whoop it and throw some things and say, hey, me I spite them, you know. Because them all drink this with a spite them. I remember the water and the running water run off, you know. It's thick.
Mhm.
In a
But you
bar,
see,
them have a way where them clean out even the tank too, you know. And purify the water with bleach and other things, you know. You understand?
Mhm.
So with this now, this very dangerous way, I do. It's not good for the community. You're take on that. Can't not really, you're a doctor. And you understand what me I say.
Mhm.
A real doctor. I mean, I talk to doctor them with them buy what some people
Mhm.
go buy. Whether in
Mhm.
America, whether somewhere in America or somewhere. Me I talk real medical doctor. As a doctor, what you're concerned with them kind of water, yeah. But outside, unsecure. Can you very put a little lock, them can take it off. Can it outside and
Mhm.
the door. Yeah, man can just
Mhm.
kind of open it, throw anything in it. You know, close it back. Where you're taking this
Well,
as a
a big part of it is that that water needs to be properly treated for it to be suitable, potable. meaning that it's fit for drinking, right? So if this whatever they're using is not being properly treated, then we can have problems there. Of course, if it's treated water being regularly placed in these tanks, etc., then fine. However, what you do find, the truth is that viewers, is that what you do find with this is that a tank is there, it might get filled up once, and then for months it's empty. So the problem isn't even the safety of water in these tanks, to be honest. The fact is that there isn't even water being placed in these tanks on a regular basis in most instances. And I mean, I have had reason, well, clearly I have reason to traverse the length and breadth of the constituency. And in many locations where you do have these tanks, the tanks are empty. The tanks are empty, so they're placed there as a PR stunt, so you can say you distributed 1,000 black tanks or 2,000 black tanks, etc. And the truth is that they are not really serving much of a purpose to the general community, right? Those who get a personal, tank for their homes, then certainly they might be able to better store, water for use. But those that are being placed in the communities, this tank being built in the community, the truth is that they are not really serving anybody because, as I said, most times these tanks are actually empty. So the people are still left without water. They're still left to go to the river. Sometimes the water is not necessarily fit for drinking from that source, but that's where they have to get the water, right? That's where they have to go and take a bath. Still, many people are still bathing at the river in 2020, in 2024,
Mm.
right? And I'm talking about, somebody, it's not like you get up and you feel like you want to go to the river today to go take a bath. We're talking about that being the main option for them. So even if they don't feel like going there, that's where you have to get the water from. And I think in 2024, we need to have water accessible going into people's homes. So, if you feel like you want to go down to the river, it's supposed to be a choice. If you feel like you want carry water upon your head, it's supposed to be, boy, I don't know whether I want to practice when you have the running water, you just go carry it upon your head. But the fact is that we have to give them options in 2024, better options. And I find that rural communities are really left behind where this is concerned, right? There's a big focus more in most instances on urban areas, right? How you're gonna get water to them, right? The capacity of the Mona Dam and all that stuff, and you're constantly expanding those networks. And in many instances, you're bringing water from more rural areas into the urban area via various systems that you have set up, but then the rural areas are not truly benefiting from proper distribution of water.
Right, this bad. It's really bad. Yes. So a lot of thing really want. So wait, wait, rank bug life. You know him as Morgan, right? You know him as
Yeah.
Morgan. Wait, rank him with him performance 0 or 1. Because I can't say 10, Out of 10, me ask you 1 or 0. Or sub 0. I'm gonna treat him I can ask. So below
Well, certainly is a failing grade.
feeling good. All right. So
The
nothing
grade I'm given
that
is a
that
failing
one.
grade, right? The
Feeling
constituents have been let down across, the various sectors, the various things that we were hoping to see, right? Chief among them that you'll hear if you walk anywhere around, the chief complaint um comes down to water, road, and job opportunities everywhere you go. And the fact is that it's not that we're expecting, because as somebody, as I said, who reside here, we're not expecting that, every single road is going to be fixed in one go. But the fact is that when you have this constant and persistent poor quality of work, I don't believe that there have been any major roads that were fixed since 2020 in North Central Clarendon that have lasted, sorry, a significant amount of time, right? So you fix a road, you take a picture, in a few weeks, it is gone, right? Because the roads, they're heavily used, right? You have a lot of trucks that are traversing on these main roads through North Central Clarendon, up to the North Coast, because you're not going down to Mayfield to go on PJ Patterson Highway, to go on the highway to go to Ocho Rios. Most of those trucks are traversing here. So you have to understand that there's a lot of heavy load that's passing here, right? The quality of work is not good to begin with, right? And then there's no regular maintenance of even those roads that are of a fairly decent quality, which are, very few roads that are of decent quality. You find that the roads that um, are of good quality, they have been left to deteriorate. For example, in about 2000, late 2016 or early 2017 maybe, the road from South Turn into Chapelton was completed under the Major Infrastructure Development Program. That was a program that was put in place by the previous PNP government. And the, that road was completed, as I said, about 2017, and since then you have not had any proper maintenance on the road surface itself. A lot of the drains are blocked. You might have small areas that it start off with a small amount of deterioration, and then because there's no maintenance to repair those sections that are undergoing minor damage, you find that those minor areas become major, right? So we have some areas on that roadway now that are terribly damaged, right? Because there has been no maintenance program for those roads, right? I mean, a road built in 2017 is supposed to last, but understanding the climate change and everything, you have to have proper maintenance. And they're the ones who got rid of the road maintenance fund, right? So we need something like that for to be back on the front burner so that road maintenance, can be at the forefront. And the truth is that I think that a lot of what we do is that NWA is basically, in a sense, powerless, right? It's just that, MP said that, MP said that, MP said that. The truth is that the NWA, having, completed a road, is supposed to have a program of maintenance in place that they can go in and, maintain these roads. Instead, you have roads that are properly built being left to deteriorate. And you patch something there, you're not building any new roads to last. And, I am happy that a part of the plans being put forward by my party leader, Mark Golding, is that a big part of our emphasis when we form the next government is that we're going to have to focus a lot more on building these community roads and building them to last. We have done well with building highways and connecting, various areas of the country. But, also we have to ensure that persons who are traversing these community roads, that they are not, suffering. You're not suffering at the expense of you building a new highway. We have to take a look now at a lot of our community roads so that persons can comfortably drive. Right? Sometimes, trust me, the level of tiredness you face from driving on these roads, you wouldn't really want to be doing it every day. Like I have to be doing it every single day. Believe me on that.
Mm. Well, it's really
So
bad. It's really
So,
bad.
so, 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 so very, very bad. We look at some other things that have been left to deteriorate. As I said, we have no permanent skills training center, right? You'd have expect that a fairly, well, it's not a young MP, a middle-aged MP coming in with these grand ideas that, we'd possibly have a skills training center being set up, somewhere in the constituency for persons to benefit. We do have existing centers, right? We have centers, we have center in Penang, Summerfield, we have center in Moko, right? So you have centers that can be used to set up for those, right? And in some instances, when we look at plain surfaces, the young men, especially here, the young women are interested very much as well, in netball and some in football as well. But in particular, the young men, they have a lot of football teams. And the surfaces that are properly maintained and fit for them to be playing on. These are surfaces that are privately maintained. So you don't have anything to say that, um, the government, through whatever agency, is building or maintaining these plain surfaces in different communities, right? I can tell you, for example, that we have a field in Summerfield, right? That's supposed to be a football field, and the only thing that's there is grass, and sometimes cows are on it, but it's not a surface that anybody has been able to play on for a number of years. So roads have been left to deteriorate. The water, deteriorating because that situation is getting worse. Or plain surfaces are deteriorating, right? Some of the existing community centers are not necessarily being serviced like they are supposed to be serviced, right? So all in all, you just have everything just going downhill. Like there are no major agricultural programs that are truly impacting farmers in North Central Clarendon. And I'm talking about you come every now and again, you talk about, we have some fertilizer giving out or we have corn for giving out. We're talking about comprehensive agricultural programs, that you can see the benefit from getting lands into the hands of farmers, to land preparation, to the marketing and export of their goods, or moving out into the local markets. There's nothing like that in North Central Clarendon. So we truly need better, we deserve better, and that's a part of why I threw my hat in the ring to run,
Yes.
right? I
Yes.
live here. I don't intend to move from here, right? And living here, I believe that it's a part of my duty as well to help to build and uplift. I have been doing a lot of community work, right? This is really just taking it up a notch, right? I don't like to see the young people
Make a ask,
around me
sorry,
unoccupied.
make a
Yes,
ask something. Tracy live, I
yes.
don't want to pass me. So Morgan live in the community too. Can say him never move. Him never move. Him live in the community, him never move.
And
But I don't.
not as far as we are aware. As far as we are aware, the member of parliament moved here close to the 2020 elections, and as far as we are currently aware, Clarendon is not the home, but that's another discussion, right? So no, that's a no. That's a no.
So why him come and tell us lie? Why them love tell lies? Because we like ask the question, because when them tell lie, we like push out them, but we like the fact check. Fact check it
Mhm.
because I saw him on something, we must say him live there and he never leave. He never leave.
Never leave.
I'm gonna
No,
go,
I didn't.
like if him go you him come right back, I'm going somewhere
Oh,
but him never
no, that would be there's one candidate who went to UE and came back, and that's me. Others came back when it was time to run in an election.
leave. Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Let me ask you something about the hospital too. All the hospital them keeping them Chapel and Maypen, especially Chapel in the constituency, right?
So that underwent some upgrades to the facility. Uh, uh, Very kind benefactor who originates from this constituency, made a generous $1 million donation, Beverly Nichols, I believe, and that aided with significant upgrade to the health facility,
That's a 1 million
and I
US.
mean pardon me.
1 million US.
1 million US, yes, and it was the overall upgrade was also supplemented, I believe, by the NHF. So beautiful facility in and of itself. But as is the case in right across the health sector, there are concerns about the level of staff that is needed, to keep everything up and running, right? Retaining, our nurses, etc., retaining our doctors and all of that. And I mean, I think it's a general thing. It's not necessarily even unique to health. I believe it's something we have to look at in education as well, right?
Yes.
Because I am involved in education administration. I am the chairman of Gavin Maceo High School, and I also sit on Glenmere High School board. So I have keen understanding on what the level of migration is like for teachers. Every year a whole heap of resignation letters come across my desk, for me to read through and just sign off that this came across my desk as chairman. So we really have to retain staff, not just in health, that we need to retain a lot of our nurses, but also right across the various sectors. Teaching, or educators, we have to retain them, because it's all good and well to say that you have a lot of new staff leaving universities and coming out, but the the experience is priceless, right? So what I could have gone in and done as a new doctor in 2017, it would be far less than what my consultant, having had years and years of experience. And it's the same thing with teaching. Going in as a teacher, going in as a new doctor, it's an apprenticeship, right? You don't go in knowing, everything that you need to know to function, but by training, you get to the point where you have those superior qualities and you're functioning at a much higher level. So if we're losing the staff, it's not a matter of just say you lose a mathematics teacher of 20 years. experience and say, okay, we have a teacher to replace. That teacher is hard to replace because a lot of what the new mathematics teachers would be learning to help them better teach their own students would be coming from those older teachers in the system. So we have to have a program where we can retain persons in across the various sectors, retaining them in health, retaining them in education as well.
All right, let me ask you, since I think with the health system now. So Chaperton upgraded, but it have what it need now for operate as a hospital. Because any building can you can me never call certain building a hospital and a building just a
Hmm.
building. It have to have the
Hmm.
equipment and what it take to be an hospital. It have the medication, it you
Hmm.
say a full staff. So that is a half or quarter hospital already. It have the medication,
Hmm.
it have the equipment, it have the bed, it have
Hmm.
the ambulances.
Well, I mean, yes, well, the ambulances are there. It's
No, that
not
me thought the one
admitting.
them like the crash it pick up. Me not thought the one that transport somebody from one hospital to the other one. Because them always
Oh
have a
well,
side
well,
with that.
it's transport. It's transport.
Yeah, me
It's
know that.
transport. As far as I know, but I don't work in the facility. As far as I know, they're not currently admitting. So cases that are complex, still have to be referred. So it's not operating at full capacity. From my general understanding. As I said, I'm not working in that facility.
Okay. Uh,
Hmm.
so it's a problem across the board because I know. Let me tell you something, viewers. Them have one and two ambulances, but the ambulances are like you have an ambulance if you have something on your pen, have to carry somebody when them sick, go down in a Lionel town or vice versa, or carry them at town. Not, you notice when people have an accident and gunshot, you notice that the ambulance or the use of the police car. Them only understand if you. And tell me about that, doctor, because that's dangerous. The
Hmm.
practice of this and the government watch it, it's barbaric. You
Hmm.
know, we just see a man get shot on Mudines Road and him take him out and car. Remember him not carrying. And him son a try to wake him up. Like, him not dead. And then you take him out and you open the police jeep and you just body him and just hand and foot and throw him up. And move with it.
Hmm.
No paramedic for clear him airways that do not matter. You just throw him.
Hmm. Hmm.
If
Hmm.
you are John and I'm all blood, him a John, he's a doctor. You know, you understand this.
Hmm.
And he's doing that several sites.
Hmm. Yeah,
Not
man, it's something that I see all the time, both with how, the general citizens might handle somebody who is injured and also how the police might handle them. I think that what needs to happen as well is that there needs to be a lot more training in basic life support. And or police, for example, should get some more training in basic life support. Because the truth is that if you don't teach them the best way to do it, in their mind is that, I'm getting this person out as quickly as possible. If
mm,
you have the systems in place where they better understand how to handle somebody that's injured, you'd be amazed that you recognize that the police and others other bystanders, particularly police who are your trained personnel, you'd be amazed to see how they handle injured patients like they're supposed to be handled. I think what's happening now is not a matter of them not wanting to do right by these persons who are injured. I believe it's a matter of the
never try,
relevant
never try.
training not being there. You want to help, but you're a police, you pull up somebody's injured, you're trying to get them in a vehicle as fast as possible. But you see, if you don't understand the best way, then you're not going to do the best thing. And I mean, I've seen accidents before. I've seen vehicles coming in, even to the hospital, and then some of the persons there who aren't necessarily trained just want to grab them to move them. And in instances they've had to step in and say, no, this person needs a backboard. We need to stabilize them. We stabilize that neck, stabilize that spine, etc. We need to get them out that vehicle on a backboard and not just grab them and throw them in a wheelchair and bring them in. But in the rush and the adrenaline, etc.,
Yeah,
persons believe that they're doing right by the person by just
I
throwing
know
them in a vehicle. So we certainly need better access to basic life support. And I
that.
believe that our police personnel who are going to be especially operating in the field, it's something that we should explore. Having them having them, experience this basic life support course,
Yes,
because
paramedic
ideally
course,
what you
right?
want, you
Paramedic
want to
course.
have way more paramedics available so that they can be out there in ambulances available, etc. But until you have that, the persons who are going to be handling the injured, you want to ensure that they at least have, the basic idea of what to do and what not to do so that you don't end up injuring somebody more, when really you're really trying your best to actually save their lives.
But what I'm saying, right, and over again, this government, I mean, you have $3 trillion, we don't know where the money, we don't know how it's spent. Them spend it in, but we don't know how it's spent.
Mhm,
Because them slappy. So, any money go through back door and thing, them can't tell where it's spent. Like me have $100 and me know if me did have it now that this account, that account, me know me spend $10 there, $20
mhm,
over there. This government put everything and throw it up because it's a chopper government. So we don't know how the money spent. 3 trillion. We don't know how it's spent. Right?
mhm,
But a health nation and wealth nation and education, the health system is a very touchy part because without health, we can't stand up as a nation. And then we have enough
mhm,
accident on the road, you have enough gunshot victim, you have other stab victim
mhm,
and other things. I just see
mhm.
a doctor today. Them cut at them sit a doctor short in
Yeah,
Westmoreland.
I was actually just seeing that story before I came on.
Yes. Right. So them dogs, them found him dead with them
Mhm.
blood slash.
It's
Right?
a very, very, very sad situation.
Very sad situation. And it's still a go on. Why the government? And you're taking this to government. Our Dr. Tufta. Why him never invest more in a paramedics, in the nurses, the doctor, paramedics and ambulances and medication and equipment and bed. If you
Mhm,
want to read the hospital, because I just that we need, full staff, you
mhm,
know, hospital equipment,
mhm,
including the MRI, the CT scan, all of these things, the equipment, the beds, and
mhm,
everything like this. That when remember if you are opening up highways and things, you gonna have more accidents. That's a number one.
mhm,
The population will move like this, you gonna have more of this. Why they not have ambulance and have some bases, even on the highway, on the toll, you must have even a little ambulance base. That if anything happen on the toll, you have ambulance there in the space of like 5 minutes. Life and death.
mhm, mhm, mhm. Certainly, it's something that has to be looked into and explored. I mean, sometimes we hear the figures being touted that you're spending X amount of billion more in this and X amount of billion more there, but we are left in many instances wondering exactly where this spending is going. Yes, you might see one and two facility upgrades, etc. But by and large, you find that a lot of the challenges that you experience, you just continue to experience them, and I think a lot of it boils down as well. We have issues in terms of the staff level. A big issue is waiting time. And, sometimes, the health workers, get a lot of blame, a lot of beating. But the truth is that when you have a lot of patients and a few doctors, you understand that, you might have longer waiting times. So certainly we have to look to ensure that we increase the staff complement. And, it's frustrating when, the necessary equipment, you can't, find those or get access to it. It frustrates you even more, because, contrary to what some people would want to believe, no doctor wants to see, their patient deteriorate. No doctor wants to see their patient die. So it frustrates you when you recognize that the necessary equipment that you need to help make them better, that you just don't have access to it. I believe that, it's something that we have to take a major look at, just like how you have explored, you know, roads for major infrastructure, and so you're just gonna overhaul, the roads. You're gonna build you're gonna build a new highway, etc. We need to look at the health sector in that same way, right? I mean, I've spoken ad nauseum about something like a Cornwall regional. It should not be done for nearly 10 right? That's a gross dereliction of duty on the part of the authorities, no matter how you want to talk about a change of scope, etc. The fact is that major facilities like these, they need to be up, and running. You could have built a whole new hospital, in that time, to ensure that, that major health facility, is not down for such a long time. But, instead of focusing on things like that, a lot of the thing is focusing on individuals and who is involved in politics and who is not, because that's a big part of what is drawing back some of these areas, is that there's a lot of internal politicking, but that's another discussion.
Oh, I'm still playing politics with everything. And that bad, Me tell him it's bad because if you have a foot on the right, you have on the slippers on the right foot, it a change, It a change. Change
Mhm.
what you
But
have.
we speak about some of the things that are impacting the health sector that goes beyond whether it be the Ministry of Health or even those working on the ground, is that you mentioned it, we have a lot more accidents, etc. And that places a huge burden on the health sector, and it's something that as citizens we really have to urge persons to be more cautious even on the nation's roads, etc. Because you find that, all right, you have a patient that came in um, very ill, but then you find that somebody comes in with a gunshot, or somebody comes in who crashed up a motorcycle, and you find that you have to divert a lot of staff to stabilize those persons, right? And that adds to wait time as well, right? So if really, as a population, we also have our part to play. If we are playing our part to ensure that we're being more cautious on the nation's road, etc. Mark you, some of the time you're being cautious and you still end up in an accident,
And
right?
that
But
was that was
it drains the system, it drains the blood bank, right? So the lady who has cancer and is awaiting a few units of blood, right? When you have somebody comes in with multiple trauma, or polytrauma,
yes.
that ends up being diverted to go into that emergency surgery. That lady has to wait a bit longer, to get blood. So it really impacts the system in so many ways when you have, way more trauma coming in. And in this high crime, country, you have a lot of them coming in due to crime, a lot coming into due to a lot of the accidents on the road, and it's really diverting a lot of the resources. So,
Mm.
this is just a plug for
Well,
persons as well to donate blood. The blood
mm.
bank is always in need of blood. I am a fierce advocate for donation. I donate 4 times a year. I think I'm due my last donation later this week. So, this is also my encouragement for
Yeah.
persons to
Yeah.
to make donations to the blood bank, so that
Yes. Yes.
don't wait until you need it or a relative need it. Sometimes you're there and you could have given blood, and instead of having some units, you can just say, all right, let me contribute 3 units to mommy. You have to go out there now and asking everybody else to give blood, which sometimes you can't find enough persons. So that's my encouragement for persons. So once you're healthy enough, I'm encouraging you to go and give blood, so the blood bank can have units available. It could be your own life that you save, it could be a relative life that you save. So you might not be sick now, mommy might not be sick now, daddy might not be sick now, but anything can happen. So let's have units ready in the blood bank, by
Just
having a steady stream of donations.
yes. As you just
That's
said,
that's that's my plug there. That's a quick to add for the viewers who are listening.
yes. As you just said, donate. Tell me something. You have different area where you can go and donate blood. You don't have to go to Kingston.
No, you don't have to go to Kingston. So Maypen has a blood bank there. You have UWE has a blood bank. You have the NPHL, the National Public Health, in Kingston, that also you can donate in. I believe the Cornwall Regional has a blood bank as well. Those are the ones that I'm sure of. Other hospitals might also have
Oh,
um,
some of them blood bank there. Okay.
blood banks
Don't have to do
available.
blood bank itself.
So
Don't
so
have,
you wouldn't have necessarily you don't have to go into Kingston per se to donate, because I do my donations in Clarendon. Every 12 weeks I donate.
oh, okay. That nice. See? You see a doctor. When it's a a real doctor do. Not fake doctor, doctor. Not a real medical doctor. Well concerning, yes, and
Mhm.
doing that. Save life in every kind of ways. That great you save life the way that you still a donate that can help save life the way that
Mhm.
say the man of
Mhm.
them job. No, not take off to you, man. See me,
Yeah,
right?
man.
Yes.
Respect.
Live, melting pot. Any question?
Yes. Yeah, I have a question or two for the doctor.
Yeah, man.
Welcome, Dr. Nelson, again to the program.
Dixon.
Dr. Dixon.
Yeah, Dixon. So,
Yeah, man.
yeah, a pleasure to have you here. I have a question to ask you. I know you spoke earlier on the water subject, yeah? as it
Yeah.
relates to the black tank. Yeah. But I want to ask as a medical doctor, do you approve of the black tank being suitable for water storage as it relates to the suitability for domestic use?
I personally, I don't necessarily agree with it. I think that even if you're storing that water, that you're still supposed to do some kind of treatment of it,
Of
be it the
course.
drops of bleach or
Yes.
boiling that water. Because you have to remember that as well. A lot of these tanks are not necessarily. It's not like each time you fill it, you're cleaning it and all of that stuff, and you're treating it properly. One moment the water that goes in it is well treated, another moment it's not well treated, and it's settling there. So I recommend always that if you're going to be using that you either have bleach in it or you're gonna boil that water to the relevant temperature for the amount of time necessary.
So another question as it relates to the black tank itself. Is there any form of toxic within the production line of the black tank that will contaminate the water as it relates to storing the water in the tank in the tropical heat?
Well, I honestly I'm not sure of the particular toxins, that it might encounter during production. But generally, there's a lot of concern about plastics and microplastics, etc., and the heat and all of that. So theoretically, I believe that there could be some issues, but practically, it's one of the solutions that we have. I mean, that's how I have to store my water, right? It's one of the solutions that we do have. But in terms of the production line and the toxins, I couldn't get into the exact details about the toxins in the production line of these black tanks. But certainly something I'll delve into some more research about.
Yeah, because my taking on that, I think they should have done some feasibility studies because I mean, where these tanks are coming from, primarily, I think it's in China, right? That's my taking on where these tanks are being imported from. And China always, have some product that are very, very detrimental to people's health. So I think, they should have got some medical personnel team put together and carry
Mhm.
along with some, scientists research
Well,
and
well,
study.
I would like to believe that um, the Bureau of Standards, does it still exist? I think so. That they monitor the quality of products that are coming into the country. I'd like to believe that that is still something that is done, because generally things coming into the country, there's some kind of monitoring. Of course, you have things that might slip through the cracks, but certainly things coming in are supposed to be of a particular quality.
Because my understanding is that the Bureau of Standard has, gone out of fashion. They're not in existence anymore. Because, I mean, we see a lot of fake food coming in the country from
Mhm.
China. So if the Bureau of Standard was, active in carrying out their duty, then these things would have been detected. Second question I want to ask you. What are the most critical area of concern that could change the mindset of the people that are living in North Central Clarendon?
The mindset concerning what? The mindset concerning.
Concerning the whole structure of them life.
All right. Certainly in terms of their personal life, the main thing that would change that is them having job opportunities. Be it the formal job, or be it, as I said, greater investment in agriculture, because it's a farming constituency, a lot of farmlands, right? That would certainly change your outlook. If you're consistently earning, that changes your entire outlook on life. So that would be the personal level, is having job and having skills that can get you that job, right? On a more general level, you do have to understand the impact of transit everywhere you go. A big part of the issue is roads and water. So if we can address those issues as well, you impact the overall quality of life, right? You do find that there are persons who, they have their goods, they're coming from market or supermarket, and they can't even be taken home because of the condition of the road, because no vehicle wants to go there. So if you address some of these issues, right, while it might be a macro issue that affects everybody on a personal level as well. You find that if you address these issues, it impacts the overall quality of people's life and the overall outlook. You don't have to be walking around and carrying water on your head. You don't have to be going down to the river to fetch some water or to take a bath. That improves the overall quality of your life. So those are the top three issues I believe in my constituency, if you take a look at it, you know, employment opportunities, right? Addressing infrastructure covering road and water. If you address those issues, then you would have significantly impacted the quality of life of persons. Of course, you have other issues, right? These are just the top three. You have other issues that persons want to be addressed, on a community by community level. And it's a part of the thing that, I garner as I go around and do my campaign. So I have some general ideas, but the campaign is not about me. It's about the general community, the general constituency. And in one area, the main issue might be some things concerning education. In one area, it might be concerning water. In one area, it might be concerning employment. So it varies across. But I believe that if we address the matters concerning employment, um, water, and roads, that would have significantly improved the quality of lives of the persons in North Central Clarendon and improve their overall outlook on life in general.
I know when it comes to employment, yeah, such
Yeah,
areas are primarily, looked at as agriculture belt. But
yeah.
are there other infrastructure that could bring employment to North Central Clarendon that are missing that could be, brought to the constituency for the people to who are not, into agriculture could go into those areas and seek employment?
Well, as you see, well, we have a number of other, businesses and areas here that are, employing from, retailers, wholesalers, etc., from our hardwares, etc., that are there. We have a number of businesses that are there, a lot of small businesses, shopkeepers, shop owners, etc. But certainly there is room for more investment in North Central Clarendon. A lot of the things that are being brought, just to the urban areas, right, are things that can also be brought here to North Central Clarendon. I know you say outside the area of agriculture, but I'm looking at what we have already and what can be done. Logistics setup. We have the goods and how we can get the goods now. More to a central location, right? So you can create jobs through that, through the logistics. Several farmers bringing their goods to that central location. Those are more job opportunities, and they are spin-off of that because then you talk about who's going to be driving and moving all of these goods, etc., right? But in a farming economy, I believe that the main thing to build the economy of North Central Clarendon, a lot of it is going to revolve around, agriculture as the base, while you also build out other industries in the area. But nobody's just gonna come and say, let me just, let me come build a hotel in North Central Clarendon, because that is not the kind of economy that we have here in North Central Clarendon. So we have to focus, our attention and our drive on where our strong point is.
Okay. So
Yeah.
in the era of crime, how is it looking in North Central Clarendon?
We have sporadic, episodes from time to time where you do have, a flare up in certain areas, but by and large, most of the communities are very peaceful. You don't hear about a lot of criminal activity happening in terms of, like, murders or violent attacks, etc. You do have further larceny impacting a number of our farmers for sure. That is one of the major issues. But in terms of the violent crimes, it's not something that we have a lot of here, and I pray to God that it remains like that. From time to time, I hear of incidents, but the truth is that by and large, the communities here are fairly peaceful.
Okay. Well, that sounds good in regards to what we see happening right across Jamaica. So, yeah, give
Mhm.
thanks for that aspect of the people in life in North Central Clarendon,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
that's a
man.
critical area that, concern, everyone as Jamaican in the diaspora and locally,
Mm-hmm.
well-thinking
Mm-hmm.
people, we are very concerned at the high level of crime through the island. But
Yeah, certainly, and
here
you know,
in
it's
Central Clarendon,
mm-hmm.
at a low crime rate
Mm-hmm.
as such. Yeah.
Well, you know,
That's
it's something that still concerns all of us, you know, the level of crime that, you know, that is happening, you know, because even though you might not find a lot of, you know, as I said, violent crimes happening here. With the state of what's happening in the nation, you know, you find that people are still on edge. You know, night is coming, you can't be out there because night is coming. You know, you want to go out and jog in your community and you're having second thoughts about it. Right? Yes, you know you're about people being murdered, but you know, could I be a statistic by going out and jogging this early morning? So it does keep everybody on edge, even in the areas that you don't have, you know, high crime, because at any moment, you know, something can happen in your area when you're in a country that has this very high rate of violent crimes.
True.
okay.
All right. So, yeah, doctor, you see, you soon
Yes,
about
sir.
your hour, so we still have to
Yeah.
go and knock it. We still have to go and knock it the clean up. So,
Yeah, man.
you give up now for the election. And we see it,
You
I
know.
see a couple clippings, and I say, if it, tell me something, all the mock up police station are come on now. Because my sister, them still have the container, I know. Them fix that.
Yeah, it's still a container. It needs a you know, some permanent building structure. Because the last time I visited, you know, there were some serious issues with the containers, areas, you know, of leak, you know, areas of concern where ventilation is concerned, proper ventilation. So those are some challenges. You know, that was a couple months ago. You know, I'd have to do some more investigation to see if any of those have been improved, you know, but we know their situation by and large, you know, it's challenging there. You might have heard recently a press release I had to send out because the police stations, you know, didn't have vehicles. Right? And how it actually came to my attention is that persons were calling me because, you know, they recognize that there are incidents happening. Somebody gets attacked, you call the police are aware of it, they want to come. You see, as I say, sometimes they get a bad name, you know, because you say, boy, the police now do anything. But you get a report, you want to go, but you don't have a vehicle, right? That reflects poorly on the entire system,
I mean,
right? So that's a part of the challenge that we've been having, you know, here in North Central Clarendon. We have three police stations, and you find that either the downtime for the vehicles, you know, it's so high, or you find that um some of the stations do not have the vehicles to move about as they need to.
mm, let me ask you, other police station are the same in the area, short of vehicle have the same kind of problem too? One way or
Well,
the other?
as I said, the three of them in North Central Clarendon a few weeks ago had, you know, vehicles being down. The Chapelton police station, because it houses inmates, um, they will have, you know, more easy access to from like the central area in Clarendon, in Maypen. They will have, you know, easier access to vehicles because they have to, you know, move inmates, etc., move to the courts, etc. So they'll have easier access. But the other two stations that don't hold, they have been having significant challenges, and these are things that were reported to me by actually, um, you know, residents and also police when I get called to do my investigation. So the residents will bring it to your attention. Sometimes police might bring it to your attention that, boy, this is the situation, but you get it from the residents, and when you do investigation, you find out that, you know, this is the situation that is happening. Vehicles aren't available, etc. The officers are basically working in squalor, right? In some instances, and you know, there are some serious challenges at the Moko police station. The last time I visited, serious challenges there that needed to be addressed.
Okay. All right. So we see the time that's running up. Now we just not you see it quick when we are going to do that, listen up people, guys. Man just him just blow through the thing them like 1, 2, 3 have to carry him back in because me I tell you say him a knock you know. At the next I'm gonna tell you up front, to the right so and I drop me a make. You are the next member of parliament or this. I mean know say the people them life have change. Them
Mhm,
don't want no more insect. Them tired of that. The
mhm,
other day, let me ask you the last few more things before you leave. The other day, and you know, these things are going to be born out. Personal, me just start straight up. Live, burn it out, you know. Byron, burn it out, you know. The Titans, burn it out. We say the MP for run this. When they run the last election, the local government election, I heard in a lot of money. Come talk to people, a lot of money spent. Yeah? Forget that the Ainin division there.
Elan Town.
Elan Town division. And them come and them pat some road. We see them throw dirt in a road too, you know. I patch some red kind of dirt, some dirt full of some hole and see them a patch and then spend a bag of money. Now me see bug life. And that is a goddamn disgrace, but I just put it to you. And I see him do money pull up and I throw money in an empty place and I talk about full sweep. You know, how that look for you as a member of parliament.
You know,
And,
I mean,
and by the way, before you even answer that, you know, a lot of people want to keep them sure they won't even get a permit. But him now have everything for go keep, you know. Me call it abuse of powers, you know, because if the people them can't get permit, he must get the permit neither. I must wander right across the place and we can't take away entertainment from the people them neither.
Yeah.
Can't want them lock up in the house. This have to go change anyway. But the money thing, the way you see my show up and I go on and them a play, you know, political song for money pull up. Give me a view upon that. Because it
I mean,
nasty.
the views on it, that what I can share is that the views that came to me on it, because it's actually somebody that shared the video, you know, and said, you know, boy, this is what them are doing, you know, people are suffering, them are going at throwing money. So, you know, people will view it as, you know, just going out there and throwing out money. And while their life, you know, needs to be bettered. So, you know, it's something that I'm ever so cautious of. It's not something that I would do myself, right? Understanding that it might not be palatable to the audience. But you know, there are some persons who, you know, say, boy, not much no wrong with it. So you know, the views are varied on it. The views are varied on it. Personally, I didn't find it palatable. You know, that whole event was, you know, a show in and of itself, because one, it was named clean sweep because they were expecting to take, you know, in and Tony were expecting to take Moran Bay division. And you know, I guess when nobody show up to your party, you have to just go and build a vibe, and that was part of building the vibe.
But this part, when people are hungry and everything can sky
But
high.
but like, as I say, when somebody is seeing that, you see that from a member of parliament, when you know you need a dollar to buy something, you need, you know, a 5 bills to get a bread or a piece of bread or something, you know, then that comes off, you know, as you know, it gives off a bad taste in the mouth of you know, your constituents. Because you have to be ever so mindful of your constituents and your constituency when you're engaging in certain things as a public servant.
Yeah, man. All right, Jack. All right, so me have to carry you back, you know. Me have to, because you're the next. As I said before, you're the next. You're the next MP up there. So I know so you got a ministerial job too, because you know. Me know that. You're a man,
Well,
right? Yes. You
let's
know.
we're
A
gonna
lot of
focus on the MP part first. Let
But
us
them are
get to
put
God
to a
knows
minister,
first.
a minister, them are put a minister too, you know. So you know you're fit because if Andrew put bug life in a ministerial job, that the buffer. And I don't fit for call him buffer. I don't know what kind of skills that thing him have. But we just still lie and do propaganda. I can't in the put out something with me, you know, so I know some half five. Yes. And I say him tell me this and want me carry about 18 and a half years. So I carry it and show him. Can make me fact check and go fact check it. Can me have that video with him?
They're still talking about 8.5 years when, you know, we have had
Now
29
them never
years.
understand the 18 and a half years.
We have had 22 consistent years of the Jamaica
Yes.
Labour Party in North Central Clarendon. 22 consecutive years.
And nothing.
And nothing. So when they talk about this 18 years, I want them to also focus on what is 18 years plus in North Central Clarendon. And you know, show us the development that really has been brought to the constituency over
No.
the past, you know, few terms. Right? What has been, and they can even show us what has been brought over the past term. Because not much has been brought over the past term, to be honest, in terms of development to North Central Clarendon.
You know, me I say something to you now, you know, before you leave, you know. And me no want to say it because you know say them are Xerox. I'm gonna wanna have one thing I wanna plan and then market G come and say things and the best baby father for ideas are Andrew Willis because him say it. I'm gonna want to say because I might have see something and they see them say, oh, we have it. Because I see the Prime Minister, let me say something now. I'm gonna say it to you. I see the Prime Minister run out the other day, and it's stupid enough people. He might say, some people them have thought, but you have to have the money for do it. Now, that's reminding the people person is not the Prime Minister money. If it is there right now, for 9 years and all them do is build more place in a Beverly Hills and more place up a Red Hills, up a Leeds for thing, and we don't know where them get the money from. Right? And $3 trillion, we don't know how the money is spent. We don't know. Them come with some emergency thing that mean the money that if you go through a procurement, right? And them just spend the money chap. The money chap. It not just use it chap. And we see it. Right? We see it.
Well, we hope they can go through the proper auditing and what needs to be uncovered. It's fully uncovered because over the past years we have seen a lot of things being uncovered. But the problem boils down to people not really facing the consequences. So you hear about this and misappropriation, that misappropriation, money missing from here and all that. But you're not finding that the persons are being brought to books for what is being done. That's what we really need to see happening. People being brought to books, so as a public servant, they can understand that the public's purse is to be managed well, and it's not your personal money; it's the public's money that you're dealing with.
Good. And next, maybe let's finish this now, people. We're wrap up in our canteen, because we have to go and beat them and drop it all over the place. So I could just say it again, and your last take on this. The Prime Minister talk like a fee money. And when the opposition talk, the opposition not have no money, that he must say. That's stupid.
I mean, the person,
More money, the taxpayers money and a fee. But even they done 9 years and them don't do nothing but the money gone. And then most of them spend the money, but we not see where them spend it. Him come out and say them not spend the money on the road. Them not spend the money in an hospital. Him say it, Him say it up at the school and him say it in a conference. No money for no road, no money at all. And him do it for pay down the interest of the debt. To carry down the debt. And no matter they say for wait 3 more years, everybody soon start feel it. Feel what? People don't go like that, go closer than that. But what you said to him personally, because mama, you for make the voters in your constituency know. Yes. The money not belongs to the Prime Minister. So don't make him trick them. Say, the opposition have the money. The money, when the government allocate
the money is the state's money, right? Who the person, the party in government, right? The MPs in government and the Prime Minister of the governing party, they are the ones who control the state's resources, right? And I think people understand that, right? They try to pull these wool over people's eyes. Maybe one time it would work, but more people are understanding, the games that they are playing. The member of parliament, the money that is spent is not their personal money. So sometimes somebody might come and say, oh, the MP did XYZ, whatever. The MP did it using the state's resources. When those of us who are caretakers, are being of assistance to somebody, you literally either have to take it from a pocket or you go out there and you beg somebody for it. So it's different. Yes, the member of parliament has a whole heap of the state's resources behind him. The prime minister, the ministers of government have a lot of the state's money behind them. Right, and that's how it is. When you're in government, you are the one that control the state resources. It's just a matter of how well you use it to ensure that the general population can benefit from their own resources. It's their tax dollars. It's their tax. It's not anybody's personal money, right? So that's it. That's my take on it. The government of the day is going to have control of the state's resources, and that's how it is in every country. It's not anybody's personal money to say, oh, I have a lot of money, but those in opposition don't. It's not your money. The money belongs to the people. It belongs to the state.
And it depends, when the opposition come in, who spend it best for the benefit of the people.
It's about the benefit of the people. It's about benefiting the people. Ultimately, it's about benefiting the people.
Yes, and we see him already. We see him from 2007 to 2011. He was a prime minister too. And then he built the big house up there. So remember, me and live in a folk group when they sink down, when they size down. We don't want to hear nothing from Anjo. Thank you for coming back.
Yeah, man.
We have to talk to you again, because
yeah, man.
We'll the next again. MP the Central
North Central Clarendon.
Clarendon. We know that. Yes, sir.
Blessings.
As a
Yeah,
doctor,
man.
people, North Central, when you get a real doctor, for work with, better when I work with a doctor than a Joe Stinker. Yes? When uno sick, when you can call the doc will be there. Especially in them hard time when enough only can, them can reach hospital. But them have you
And
right
it
there.
has always been a part of my community give back.
Wow.
Over the past 7+ years that I've been a doctor, my team of doctors, nurses, and I, we have executed um probably over 7,000 free back to school medicals. Because every year we're doing more and more, free medicals. Every single year we add some more to that. We have a lot of children who are, being treated as well. So my friends and family, they have been really good to me every year. They provide resources to help me with giving back to my community. And other than those who can give, the cash financially, we have persons just show up as volunteers, to ensure things run smoothly, to ensure that, the persons benefiting are being directed, along a smooth flow of traffic. So as I said, this that I'm doing now is really just another step in building my community, because community building is something that I've always been participating in, on my own volition, not being forced by virtue of being involved in politics, but just, focus on building my community because I want to see greatness around me, right? I want people around me to be uplifted, just like how I happen to have an opportunity to go to university. I understand that for the average person here, maybe their thing is not to go to university, but certainly, how about we have them having the skills to the level that is equivalent to a university degree? That's what we want to see in the community, that we're all hardworking, productive citizens. And even if you're not benefiting from the formal university education, we're giving you an equivalent to that, be it through skills training, etc. Be it, a higher functioning farmer compared to the who and fork we have brought in, the mechanization, etc., and him can function at a higher level now. That's the level of production and productivity that I want to see in North Central Clarendon. As I say, I don't intend to govern from Kingston. Others are governing from Kingston. I live here, right? Every single day I traverse the communities here. Every single day I have to drive on these roads to go home. So who better to put in place than a young, brilliant mind who had, opportunities presented from all over this country and overseas, but chose North Central Clarendon. Every
Let me
time
ask you about
I've
that.
chosen North Central Clarendon.
Yes. I mean, I tell you, you get endorsement from us, the Titan, the
Yeah,
set.
yeah, definitely.
Yes.
100% endorsement.
Blessings.
And
Yeah,
next thing,
man.
I mean, also, something you notice me if you say next thing. Like, I go on, but we still have to say next thing. Because remember, me know North Central good. Me know Moko good. Me know Chapatan good. Me know Penance good. Me know Upper Mount Simons River. Me know the Orange Field still at the door. Where we walk and then the river runs so. Because Mr. Brown used to live across the river there, so.
Uh,
And then we go up to the hill there, so. Up in a Penance.
mhm,
You go up in a
mhm.
Penance,
A,
go right and then
a,
go across and then straight. And then go into the
a lot
Orange.
of the
Nice Orange.
some of these areas still have the orange oil, but with a lot of them, are, what should I say, not as dense. So you have a lot of them that were damaged by, the various viruses, etc., that were affecting the industry at some time or another. And a lot of persons have diversified, not necessarily so big in orange anymore, but have gone into another area of
Yes.
agriculture. But so you still have people that have a lot of the
But
orange
vitamin
fields
C
still.
good enough. Orange juice good for we.
Hmm, hmm,
Keep off
hmm.
the cola. Good for me. So
Yeah.
not you have to take the pill itself because we have the orange juice and the
Hmm,
thing.
But the industry suffered. I mean, the industry here suffered major damage because
Oh,
even we have had discussions. A lot of these were really prominent and running. I'm only 31 years old, so a lot of these things were really prominent when I was just a very young child. So a lot of what I gather is what persons have relayed to me through story, telling me about the dance lands, etc., and how it was prominent with
you know,
oranges, but
probably
over
long
time,
time
the
before your
crops
time,
got
man.
damaged, the
True.
crops got
Long time
damaged,
before your time
etc.
because
The
the
crops got
orange you
damaged,
just
etc. And yeah, man.
dark.
And
The
and
orange
they have had to diversify.
already. You
Hmm.
know that. The orange and give me fever and a Chapotan already.
Yeah.
Oh, not
Hmm.
penance. Eat too much of it, man. The fever give me some fever. River
If you
there,
said that give fever,
long
tell
time
me
before.
that next story.
Eh?
All right.
Yes, man.
It was
So
great being here
next
with you,
time,
man.
Doc.
Great being here with you.
Yes, man.
Blessings.
All right. So you know what?
Bless Dr. Dixon.
Yeah, man.
Enough
Blessings.
respect, yeah? All
All right,
right, man.
respect.
Bless. Yes, man. We have some man. Nice interview there with Doc, you know,
Yeah,
because,
man.
you know, people. Yeah, I tell you, the next member of parliament for North Central can't be Bug Life. The
No.
man will come from this away, you know, real doctor, man, I talk some little, you know, I require a doctor on paper and, you know, yes, I'm really care for the people and do a lot of things. And him good. And next one who good now, when name Morris. From yes. So you have him for the member of parliament and you have him for the council. On a good people around us, on a good man, on a great man. On a great. No one Bug Life. Get rid of him crosses. Yes. Not too lied.
Yeah, man, but here the doctor just come outline, say Bug Life, not living at the place. Where my talk say him live down there. So you sure them
That's him lie.
you see them Let me know Bug Life now go live down there, so because Bug Life are hype, you know. So down there so now go suit Bug Life. Bug
Oh,
Life and then in the limelight in the city, you know.
yes.
So as where the doc said, the man down will come down on a voting time. Now
Yes.
these are the concern we have with people that leave from where we want to represent people down there some places where them not come from. You understand? Them not live there, them not share the people them concern day to day. Them not, you know, the bad road not impact them. The bad supply of water not impact them. The light outage not impact them. And you know,
Mm-hmm.
but them want to represent the people. We need people now from within to serve the people them. So I see with Mark Golden, you know, most of the who him use as, you know, selected representative for the People's National Party, them living in the community where them are represent. Say ISA Ghana Portland there, ISA get a place up there.
Mm.
So this is the general consensus where I see coming out of the People's National Party, which I have to applaud 100% because that's how it's supposed to be. You understand? You're supposed to have connection with your constituency on a regular basis. You're not supposed to leave Kingston and go down as North
No,
Central.
but yeah, this time, let me tell him the truth still. Even if him that leave, him go down there, him for just know him for make sure him down there with the people then. So when, if every remember, you know, Bug Life that's sperm whale. So if you want to live out in the trench, him for make sure you have an office where you go there. If them say, even if you go there, you leave, you go parliament, then you leave, you drive, go back there, you make sure you go there every day. Not true. 4 or 5 times for the week. Not true. Of course.
That's how it's supposed to be, yes.
Yeah, if you have an office there, you make the people them see you. If you're
That's
present.
how it's supposed to be. But we know them not deal with it like that because these guys, you know, for them stylists today in the city, round which part of milk and honey I distribute.
Oh,
Yeah,
criminal style.
because the whole of them are general, you know.
Look
The whole of them
on the milk and only them meal where you attack. 28 years there? Yes. The
yeah,
28
man,
years.
a milk and honey, man.
Yeah?
A milk and honey a theme agenda, you know. That's why I'm reaching at that situation right now.
Oh.
Yeah, man, it was all about the milk and the honey. And him not sharing any unless you are close to him. This guy
Oh.
is here to normal people, you know. No,
Okay. But
him not have nothing to do with you. You have to close around him before him really
oh.
consider you. Yeah, man.
Yes. The Titans out, you know, people.
Out in full force.
Be careful. The Titans out. Yeah, man. But the Titans out, you know. No, what's nothing, man. I mean, the cleaner have for them one of people. Me have minds. The cleaner and everybody I love, you have for them things. So let me just tell honest. Because them have the cleaner, the observer, the whole of them have them thing. Me have minds.
Yeah, man. Them have them cartoon expert, man, where put out
Yes.
them.
So I
Yeah.
have same thing, but me have my real, you know,
Yeah.
capture. So me have my one them. The cleaner have for them, me have mine. When I see them, all right. You don't know it go already. See? Yes, so the cleaner for them. Let me just tell the people, the cleaner for them, you know. You see them push out portion, then push out this and that. And observe for them too, man. Right? Me have mine. I saw it go. You have your. No so it go like that.
Yeah, man. Everybody have them cartoon adversary, man.
I wanna bad like that. Come here. Look at
Yeah,
that.
man. Well, bad.
The
But
lady,
who know why I nose puff out so extra like huge? What? I treat my boy and sell black one, make him nose spread or so.
yeah, man, because
Why him start smelling shit bucket.
this should be your man, Sean. She do today. When you see that face, I don't know that face of people. When you know that face, I will sit down here, sir. When you know that face, sell black one. When you know that, well, I mean, yeah, man. See? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Them not tell them I have it, man. You know, see that face of lady. You know that one they was sit down there, so it favor Patrick face, though.
Then nothing, man. I lie that, you know.
I feel
Yeah,
face.
man. Yeah, man.
Oh. So I forget them face there, you know, because, you know, yeah.
Yeah, man, I barely that man, that look like Bailey, you know, Patrick Bailey sit down there.
Yes, man.
Can't help him. Can't help him, you know. Him used to help him to set up shell company, but him can't help him. When am I going to sell black one?
Oh. Let me show the people them. Oh, people, let me show you where them a build up, so now. See that? See the apartment up there, see that? Think him that give them a free? See them here? The nice apartment them a build for go sell. A million, see one of them there, you know. See the one a one, two, four of them, you know. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see them? So downstairs and upstairs, 4 of them. Yeah? So them just add down upon them. And I done them. So it gated too. You see it? Yeah, man. Well gated. Be a money for that. So you have a prime minister sit down there and be a them thing you go on yourself. Eh? Be a them thing you go on yourself. Yeah, man. See that? Be a them thing, man. See that? Eh? I listen out. See that S Bridge, you know. Where close, where Cliff close department development. They're 40 are taking the 12th of December, year 2024, yeah? Just tell her there. This just taken. Just take over a week. So say it still, people. You see it? See a vehicle appear blackout. But you see this just taking the sticker. You see that? Yeah. Yeah. I would just ask myself where the Prime Minister should live as leader as the country. What do you think? We never have a place for the leader of the country. Why the ask that, Devon? Can we have a place for the leader of the country and run it down? We have very royal. So even if you live a house, but me not talk about no, and don't tell me, ask me if where the Prime Minister supposed to live. Where other Prime Minister live? And where them live now? See? If the state provide a house and you know want to live there, well, kudos to you. But we not talk about if you have a house and you know say you work and you build your house and you are right and everything can count and every money can count. We don't have no problem with that. We don't have no problem with that. But our problem is when the house start building and all kind of little things, we have a problem with that. You can't throw off and go off of that. You can't don't you know go off on a car and skid off of that. And you can't say a bad mind and push party for live. Come on now. Come on now. The Prime Minister have a small family. You have some people have more family than that, and them not see nothing like this. I want to know, so we not see the money in them time they like that neither. You can't use politics and cover up some things and man going to fix script. That's why the country them block. That's why just look hear this before we even say anything. Just look at 80. Look at 80. Yeah? Just look at 80. You understand? Yes. You understand the 2.80? We not joke around here, no, we just 2.8 and that we use, you know? You understand? Yes. So me answer you. We are very royal the day. It work. You go look on the Prime Minister and make an interview when he say Peter Phillips bad mind. Yeah, them ask for the house of people bad mind. That is not an answer. But we know Patrick Bailey get up and do him and do and all kind of things. It wrong. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, same time, sir. Same time. Same time. Same? So, you know, so me just start the truth. No, him want to reason with me and me reason with him, you know. Him ask me a question, but me not like stupid question, but him not coming like the one where just tell me about this man about Rocky Road and things. Like, me run to play some tune, you know, come on little earlier, right? Like over there, you know, because you know me not really, I think when me go and tip my thing, you know, when I play music, it allow you to play your music. And you play your music now. If I play things on my production, may play it run and so because YouTube can't stop me. But you know, you play some tune there, you see it come up and then it come on back and come up and come on. But it not really stop me so neither. You know. But I come on back and come on and you know when the sound move and them thing there. So I play upon TikTok, just play my tune them straight. And like the one come on. Then I see somebody when I done, you know, I do some hours there. I feel nice. Can you remember when tune hit you know, I don't do politics on my TikTok. I don't want them kind of politics on my TikTok. And I ask me no stupidness. Say don't ask me no stupidness. And by the way, you see when you have a government, I just tell some people this straight like when you have a government of a country, anybody and everybody, you have a right to talk to that government. And when I talk to the government, I not talk to no man individual around there so we say him is a voter, him for just go hold him corner. Yes. Yes, go hold him corner. You know, some yeah. I think it's a must that he should live there. But no, them should have a house like what them have, they shouldn't make it run down. Then you have your home otherwise. You understand? So yes, that's what I say you different me just see. So but him run down very royal, him don't want to live there. Him want to live away, him want to live. Him are the one who break that. Everybody used to live there because it's easier for your police, you know, you have everything set up. Him break that too. Him break everything, you know. Yeah, I'm coming like a break. I'm just break everything. With a 21% voting population. 21%. Not even say 50, you know. 21 and that window. Same man don't know himself. So me I play my tune. I not my last thing I have to do much was one of them put up loads of you lie. All they do it's like me I say me tell like me just tell you say hey go be here, they not piece of shit. No, I remember what I tell you, but you know, you have to rush him. Because you know, so me rush people anyway. Don't bring no politics. When you see me I play my music. I remember me not a tune and either. On a piece of shit. Oh no, a piece of shit. No, if I want to can't even, if the man them come to you now, them give you some little gully work, I give you something. Yeah? You look on the man, if man send for you, your woman or man, stop it because man send come kill your picnic. Your picnic live in a ghetto and police come there with bad heart, they may come kill your picnic. You understand? It's bad. Yeah, man, yeah, respect them. See? So it's bad. You know, them now have no manners and things. We want a different Jamaica. We want a Jamaica for everybody. We you know have to grill up. Nobody not bigger than the law. And this is what I try to tell some people, you know. When you have politicians, you say no matter about stiffer penalty, that is bullshit. Stiffer penalty for politician. You know what? Let me tell you why. Can you imagine you have a man where you vote for? They vote for them and them farm the government. And when you look them up, them get paid, them get millions a year. Them get concession. Them get waivers, them get concession, them get all kind of things. This a carrier, that for you should not all and them keep it. Remember, it's a third world country, we shouldn't even pay this. Them not have the art. Meanwhile, if you're working in your private sector and some public sector, them not get it. We get too much concession. After we pay them big money, we still turn and again can all them judge and them for find them one thing. You have to stop this. Do the job and not do it. But you cannot live like a first world country and a third world country. When they talk to these kind of things, you give them concession and give them all kind of things and give them a house too. Bank of Jamaica guy get around 30 million, he gone up more. If you go look, the governor general get more than 30 million for him pay, gone up more. For doing nothing. But when you look now, government, you have Andrew Holness, them not supposed to mix up in a criminality. And you say them have land and you can't, you say this and you say this. You know, your name not supposed to call upon this. So when them go in a parliament and pass, them should have passed more tougher laws for all them as a politician accountable and send themselves to prison. And if you clean the top, it trickle down. But them going there, you will have not go pick a hockey, you them send a prison for 40 years. But them were thief billions. Them not have no law for all them, not even impeach them. People want to wake up and tell them and move him, but move! Yeah, shit. Nothing can go so. Any law you come and talk about stiffer penalties are for yourself. If you don't put you on another person. Number one, if them did honest, you know, them couldn't have so much red tape against them, that mean them a thief. That mean them a criminal. Be a red tape procurement because all them say. But remember, you know, taxpayers money I pay them well. And them a chap. See? If you lead by example, them figure where, them a shit. And when me attack, me not want a guy. Because me not attack too, you know, when I shit, you know. I remember me not somebody, remember telling you this. Because when I might have feel say this is somebody use the phone around with. Yeah? Don't play with me, because me not play with me. Remember, you know, me there everywhere. Listen, me don't play with me, you know. None of you know. Me telling you, I'm traumatized, don't play with me. Me not attack too, no. When Andrew when his underpants, I want him to know. In a brief waist, or the catch part. The only name Juliet. Fuck on if go man. We hold government accountable. We not busy about some guy. And when me not talk to no call me name and I want to look for him out. I want to look and ask him out. Can you phone him out as support you know? When you know what I do with them out, don't call me name and I want him out. I want a friend. Go away. Me I talk to government. And everybody have a right to deal with the government, by the way. Saying? Him now do not look now. You a man that so rich. You see much you see bank account I run and for you say no it can't run, country can't run so. You're going like a piece of germs. You can't see me play music and then come at about, you know, him tell like me, don't ramp with me. When I shit, don't ramp with me. Now me not remember me not in a uniform man, don't play with me. Yes? So we're there for all government. I'm a tough fact. Andrew him tell them that, you know. Saying all government accountable. If them never thief, you don't have so much red tape around them. Them are criminal. Dark side. Yes, brother, lie.
Yeah, man, the word conflict of interest, you know, it's very significant, you know. And that's why we always stress the point, conflict of interest. No, we can't have a prime minister we're supposed to in the office. I work for the country. But him in the office, I carry out construction development. Him I carry out media fraternity. Him a farm shell company. So right away, him not have no time for work for Jamaica. You know? This is why we have to round you so and beat him. Because me couldn't in any factory. Say West Indies Glass Company then. Me I work down there. Them employ me. But me, I focus on job outside. Me not going to do a good job. Because my mind is elsewhere focusing on something else. And as you just mentioned, the amount of red tape around him. Yes, him coming like a crime scene.
Yes.
You understand? Andrew Holness is a crime scene. So you have to have all type of tape around him. Because this is way him draw for himself. And you know, him love the tape them. Him draw himself on a corruption. Yeah. Criminality and film speciality.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. Is a man me tell the people him already, you know. From the day him set foot in at the office of the Prime Minister is one intention Andrew Holness going there with. And it's a bad intention for rob the country. And this is why Andrew Holness orchestrate all these type of corrupted element people around him for doing dirty work.
Yes.
You understand? Remember, you know, a man where loot and rob and shoot people at night time, him not power with no pastor, you know. Because the pastor not going to help him. The pastor is a good man, just put it so, based on perception of who him supposed to be.
Come on, then.
That's why it's a perception. Yeah. Supposed to be. You understand? They are not, but we just use the demographic of them. You understand? So, but a gunman now go par with them. The gunman go par with man with a fire gun like him. We are doing the same activity like him. So when we look around Andrew Wallace, these are all we see. These people, bad intentions, Trek 5, yeah, Fitz Bailey, Patrick Bailey, Oak Life, Malawood Food Mattress, Bush Rat, Hagging Tie, Light Green. You understand? Even him wife, Juliet, can use her for manipulate the Parliament House.
Yeah, man. Shopping intention.
You understand? Yeah. Shopping intention and everything them family. So if Andrew Wallace did a work for Jamaica, the way he should, Andrew Wallace put in a them passa here with the law.
And them lie.
You see me? Yeah.
And if you stop the PR. So you have to have people like us who hold them accountable. You see what them try doing, play in your head. So them go around and them friend you up and them can't get a sweetie. Like, you know them like the candy man. You can't make the candy man catch you. Now, you don't use taxpayers' money and catch nobody around here. That's not your money. So when you make them catch you with taxpayers' money, that them move more of your money, you have to spend more for everything. Your light bill, your water, that if you can't pay it.
But remember, anyway.
I want them sing it, brother. But all them are pay for the light. I want them sing it, you know. Because if they do something for the light and do something, but if they don't want to do nothing for it, so them have to sing it. Allow me to tell, brother.
No, a real talk. Because we have to understand, you know, Andrew Wallace is a man where him no want really reach to the grassroots people, you know. Because the grassroots people are not for Andrew. This is why Andrew pray Brother Nancy with grassroots people come around and trick the people with lies and PR and promises. You understand? Andrew campaign pan, you know, prosperity, you know, as one I mean word when him carry out, you know, as in party slogan, prosperity. But all we see is austerity.
Yeah, man.
Reaching the people because if you ever promise me prosperity and for 9 years me can't see in the letter P we begin the word prosperity, oh me I go feel deflated. And this is why the people are turning against Andrew Wallace, because everyone, the majority of them are deflated. You have even the minions them where run out, you know. Them hungry run out, but them deflated. Me can't tell you that for a fact because them hungry. Enough time when you see them attack our platform, you know, because, you know, some bad hungry lick them, you know. There's no else to turn more than to attack people who are do good for the country. Because them don't go look for the slave master who enshrine them in a slave. You understand? Because remember, you know, Jamaica supposed to be a place where free from slavery mentality, you know. But Andrew Wallace bring back that come at Jamaica, you know. Andrew Wallace have been friend them around the hotel sector and I pay the people them $2 an hour. Andrew Wallace have the people them work minimum wages 15,000 a brag and boss. 15,000 less than $100. And at that time a big grown up people with responsibility I work for.
Don't move like that. Don't move. Look at people. Because you know, you have some Andrew Wallace have some dumb people. Them have around him. Them dumb as listen, them stupid as mother. Them stupid. If we it's a melting pot and see me and tell man that we gonna say something. When you see what we do right us, alright? We play him, we are holding by him own account, him own words. The whole of them, we hold them by them own words. And if you are a command for me, the TikTok and say, just put them, come on at the same time I run it way now. I know I say, you're gonna get bad, I'm gonna style there too. No care where you're there. In a real life, remember you can't stand up front of me and give me no chat neither. You're a piece of shit. Me I talk to Andrew, me I talk to the government. Not chat to you know. Uno full of shit. Anybody can chat to the government. So me not chat to Uno, but you can't so brainwash. that when we attack the truth, I'm going to put it out where Andrew say. Not we. When you see where Andrew do. That add up to you if you get 9 million. And remember him that get 5 million when I work. Him could have been like, oh, so much, 600,000 US. Or even 50 million when they get the money from. Remember him did go. Remember I'm married, you know. Remember I'm married and the wife I tell us them never have money for keep the reception. Them never have it. Remember I'm more student loan and you see it. It's there. Make him tell you where him get the money from in the beginning. In the beginning. Before him create that house up there. So when him get the money from create it. Make him show you how him get it. Yeah? It can't work out. Remember them what them with Gavin and them let it go through due process and it gone already. I send Gavin them that send money to them and everything. It's there. So why not come and say people tell lie? People you know see a big and done some fool. You could have see Andrew himself attack. And you say me I tell lie. You know say it no sense. You forget sledgehammer and your blood. Hey, so just make a mistake. I'll say me not have nothing to because I shit, you know. You don't know me, you know. Don't fuck on yourself, here. You don't fuck off, here. Alright. Them don't know me, you know, brother. Them don't know me. You don't know me. I will make you know me, yeah. Remember me and them long too. Don't fuck on yourself. Yeah? Alright. Don't remember me not talk to you, no shit. Yeah? You know shit. Yes. Alright. Them for go, man. Do me can you play the Prime Minister?
But right now, we're weird. Right now.
And if I tell you now, we are the Prime Minister, the same thing. Not the lightest thing on earth. And una shit because you can't say we are blinker, that mean una ass. Una use it then. Una shit. Una mountain climber. Una shit. Una figure away. Una so stupid. Eh? The country has sink. And a guy can come make you put on a green hat. And then clean out a little gully and get a little thing and you get a 10 grand and you feel good for yourself. Eh? And only for the rest of 4 years I had. And the other day, the whole one I ball out. And you have 1 and 2 of them and you get a little thing, you come out, that people are chatting. No, for fuck off. Don't play with me, I don't play with you now. I'm not going to school, man. Me tell you, remember me, I'm not black guy, you know. The human trying to activist, I'm a real ghetto. Don't fuck on yourself. You know shit. Alright. You like it?
Yeah, but you know, we always have to wonder why the people come out.
I know them, you know, 1 and 2 insect.
You know, well, the one them will come out. Yeah, them one them will run out.
Because maybe they have some people.
Yeah.
The
one them will run out. Yeah.
But the one them they're lickers. Well, fucking shit.
I could deal with them. I could deal with them people, you know.
Yeah, man.
I could deal with them people, you know. Yeah, they are running. Yeah, and I defend Andrew Wallace. People.
Me tell them, buddy.
Remember, you know. Remember people that defend Andrew Wallace.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, do that. Don't run put me. Yes? Yes, my brother.
He's a man who cannot be defended. You understand? Because that man don't defend poor people. And I only see enough of them run out and a drop line of word in favor of Andrew Wallace. Andrew Wallace take Jamaica deeper than which part Titanic sink.
Of course.
Right? See the country in a recession. Yeah. See $3 trillion gone missing. That never missed under no previous administration. Were run by the People's National Party. Anytime money missing, I always under the GLP administration. Eddie Siaga do it. Bruce chapter. You understand? Because a whole heap of mismanagement going on under Bruce Golding. That's why Jamaica end up back at IMF, you know. The previous PNP administration clean up that debt. And Jamaica was debt free. And as the GLP come in, we burden with debt. So these are the critical era where we are highlighted around here as part of our contribution to rise back Jamaica from out of the depths of hell where Andrew Wallace administration plunged Jamaica in. So we don't want nobody come run out and attack the moderator when they are doing things. Because the service where the moderator do right now, it's a service that Jamaica can't pay for it, you know. Basically, you know. Cannot. So just leave the program, let the program, you know, reach who if you reach and who no one be a part of the program, stay away. Because we run here, so we have to hold the government in office accountable because the country in a shambles. And we can't watch Jamaica disintegrate for the map. Because Jamaica will place a birth, you know.
Of course.
We have better life in a Jamaica, you know, than overseas, you know. Because me can't plant a fruit tree where me live, you know. It never grow. But if me there at Jamaica, me can plant a tree in my yard and it can suffice me in times when it a beer. Jamaica should have been nice like any first world country. Because Jamaica have what it takes to become a first world island. You understand? In the Caribbean. The population is big enough. It's a nice sized island and it have natural resources. You understand? But where is Jamaica today? After gaining independence from 1962. Where is Jamaica today? It's worse off than 1962. Because what we have in Jamaica is high level of killing every day. Lack of education. Lack of hospital services. Lack of road. Lack of water in our country that goes by the name of land of food and water. So what is the problem behind these? Poor administration. Poor administration. So if the administration are perform poor, what you do? Praise him and say I perform good and applaud him. We cannot do that. We have to move a mindset away from these type of thinking, this political affiliation that get you to think one way. People don't have to change the mindset, man. We don't have to understand, say, the reality of life is good life, not bad life. You have a bad life, you don't enjoy life. You have your youth them and you can't provide for them. How that look? You have your mother and she's sick and you can't care for her. How that look? Your wife, your girlfriend, your baby mother, or whoever you have in your life. Them in a situation and you can't help them. How that look? But you gotta work. Yeah? And you tile hard. But you're not making no headway in life. Because the salary is of such that you cannot grow upon the salary. Yeah? The high inflation take away your salary before you even get it. You understand? And there's so much thing that is wrong in Jamaica society right now. So people have to understand, say, if a government is underperforming, the government must be held accountable. Or you hold a government accountable. You can't go grab them up, you know, physically, you know. You have to use narrative of reasoning to hold a government accountable.
You're explosive. No, let me tell you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to expose it.
It's criminality, them criminality.
Right. So that's the narrative and the reason what we have right now.
We have to break it down.
And
a matter of fact, him tell we to hold him accountable. Want me play it? Maybe play it.
Him have to be held accountable. You have to hold him accountable. There's no way he can underperform and just sit down there and we don't hold him accountable. Then we wouldn't have no love to Jamaica.
Yeah.
You understand? Andrew Holness have to be held accountable. People $3 trillion gone missing. This man under the Prime Minister Office of the Construction and Development.
Mm-hmm.
This man have trucking. This man have all type of business. Shell company. Media. As it relates to social media. He might run all that as a Prime Minister. This prime minister is a non-caring prime minister, and him should never be serving people. Yeah, with a mandate at 21%, less than quarter.
Hey, but me tell you something again. Let me tell you something. Piece of shit. You have to be careful now on yourself. I remember me and a small phone up here with. You don't know me. You think you know me, you don't know me, man. I mean, everyone can go call me name neither. Yes. Because seem like when you call me name, I talk about prime minister, you have people like I say loans, man, leaking now on the mouth. Me I tell you this. Me not ask you. Me not have them near. I remember me, say man never beg phone and get sledging on the dirty teeth and drop them out. Who nah shit. So seem like when I walk and say, Prime Minister, remember me this. A man in the wilderness, this, you know, piece of shit, you know. Don't put me. Yes, you're a woman that talk like here, what them I do right now. Them a piece of shit. Now I'm put me. Me not chat tone on a Andrew grief catches. What I'm telling you, man. Hear this.
Good evening, Mr. Lonesome. You know, say, my mother is from St. Elizabeth. We were born in Kingston, but we grew down here. May I tell you, the community where we live in, it makes JLP and PNP, but I think you have more PNP in the area. May I tell you, Mr. Lonesome, the JLP councillor don't even come in here and give the youth them look work. You see that video, make you, this is the lane where my mother live in. And I said, me get up this morning and rake up the lane, but we couldn't clean it up, Mr. Lonesome. Because a man with cutlass and walk off, he clean it up. You saw me show you all the roadside in the lanes there. When Mr. Martley was alive, the PNP councillor for this community, everybody get work. You go there now when you see near Christmas, the roadside clean, the lane them clean. This morning me get up and me rake up the place because me don't like see the nastiness. But me assure you, the youth them down here know say the Labour Party no business with nobody. When them have dead, you know the council them would have visit the dead woman, talk to the people them. None of that no happy here so. So you know say if you all them win all the space in here so a zero for them. The youth them know because them say everybody knows say when the Labour them in a party, them not treat the young people them not treat nobody good. Them not treat people good, Mr. Lonesome. And that's why me love when you beat them. You understand? Me love when you cut off them head. Me love that. You may I tell you? What may I tell you, you know? As, you know, me and one of the young men at the lane talk this morning, and me I say, it's only God never make a mistake in nothing way am I doing, Mr. Lonesome. Never make a mistake. And there must be a change. There will be a change because may I tell you, the Labour Party, Andrew and the minions, them is a set of dog shit. I tell you, them no good. And me hate them. And anybody me know a Labour can't beg me a ice meat because them can't see how Andrew do the place and I talk about the Prime Minister. It's alone some, but we good way now. By the grace of God, everything will go work out, sir. It's a matter of time. All right, Mr. Lonesome, take care.
Yeah, man.
One people. Yeah.
Divide and rule the place, man. Divide and rule is a divide and rule the place. Just listen to the vice note. A divide and rule the place.
You what you say?
That cannot happen in Jamaica because a prime minister to come and divide the country because of politics.
It can't happen.
It can't happen.
Can't happen.
You understand?
No, sir.
Because we see a video last week, you know, with a young man, you know, where I show you how much time him vote for Labour right, you know, and how them are doing, you know. You understand? And you see him have come out and comfort zone and come make him speech. Do him video and put it out there. So these are what we are doing.
Yes.
This man have no intention to rise the poor people them.
You want them hunger and then get antidote. We know you know
right. That's the politics where I play. That's the politics where I play.
A big man.
But imagine look how you them supposed to slung from billions of dollars. And at this people in Jamaica, some civil-headed people, you know, Because, you know, them not civil-minded, you know, them civil-headed. You understand? Big-headed. Yeah. Them now a fight for a prime minister like this when I care for them.
And as we said before, majority of the people them come and talk to a lot. Remember, me have friends everywhere, you know. So me not see them as Jamaican. I do a lot of things for people. So them understand what me have to. But you have them, the 1 and 2, them maybe run a bug life. And them themselves to do that and right and that different name. Come and know them style, but them forget styling too. And in a real life, them get style because them are shit. Saying, can a real person well, go through separation and really come and sit down and really pick up the Andrew. You know what I do that. You'd be a goddamn idiot. If a charge for treason too. But we see Maris, I wish she name Tumblebug. Run out. I'm about the prime minister. Oh, them take set and with your piece of shit self. Him put in a little senate and then you run up and down and talk about your minister. Minister for what, man? Information for come and spread. She did up on all thing and I say, CVM. So see people for listen to CVM and don't watch stuff, but you can be a minister for something. And TVJ pay them license to any other people there and you are tell them who figure watch. Yeah, the minister, you know have the right to do all these things. You can't go tell people, don't listen to them. No, I'm going to tell nobody not listen to you because you're a piece of shit. I'm going to chat like this, we're going to flush you.
Yeah, that's why we just talk about divide and rule. Because they want to tell all the people about them to listen to
they might try, but them can't divide them, but they could have made them divide them.
That's why I said them want to do it.
Yes.
Nobody now sit down and allow this piece of germs, dog shit government to divide up the country.
That's
them divided up enough already. You understand? So we can't allow him to go further along the line with the division of the country. Yeah, because Jamaica supposed to say one love, you know. And that Jamaica supposed to say one love. Because remember, you know, the great Bob Marley carry that word go Africa. So if Bob can carry one love go Africa, Jamaica supposed to have one love down there. And that's supposed to be the foundation of our nation see themselves. One love. So you can't have a little nasty prime minister come and you want to change up the thing and divide and bring in austerity measure and you know all type of thing for the people and crime turn up after him say I'm going to turn it down. Him have control measure for crime. Crime run again left all him now. You understand? Because crime feel afraid of Andrew Wallace, you know. Him commit too much crime. So crime end up afraid of him.
Yeah. You know what, brother? The man, the SSM, that not done, you know. But them just want to stop talking and trade through the day like and nothing. The man did have an account, them get 143,000, that's over 21 million. But the man come talk like him don't know nothing about SSL and why not talk SSL. Or if you talk and them don't know nothing, put the man on board. This is how the man lie. Do what the people
SSL alone, him saying no nothing about.
Everything else, estate, bridge and everything are the same.
Him saying no nothing about the IC report. Him saying no nothing about the IC report. Neither for himself nor the members them and them party.
But yes, still them cash and him and talk to him to illicit enrichment. Himself never know nothing. This how him lie. Yo, him for go, man.
Then this is the thing we are talking about what we see with Andrew Wallace, man.
Are you for play a blind mind to that? And una attack Azan, Richard Azan, the way I want it to the standard. I just start me, I do I want it to a standard. A matter of fact, one is tell me, him tell melting pot, him tell me, make we draw this to the melting pot. Because when we are taught them coming like them think a joke or making a look at. Make we hear what one is tell we for do yourself. Yeah? Make we hear what one is tell yourself. Hear this. This is what one is tell we for do.
Well-thinking Jamaicans should raise their voice in concert against the high levels of crime and against the government in not doing enough in concert. All well-thinking Jamaicans should raise their voice in concert against the high levels of crime and against the government in not doing enough in concert.
All right. So let me just stop that now. So one is said that, right? Let me put this now. This is one is again now. Hear this. Hear this.
So why you come to me with that foolishness, you know? You elect a prime minister, and is a prime minister run the country.
Yes.
It is time we learn to hold our leaders accountable for their actions and stop making excuses for them.
So you piece of
So why
shit.
you come to me with that
Hold on,
bullshit?
hold it. So Honest himself attack to you know. You piece of shit. You hear this, brother?
Yeah,
Honest,
man.
make a play. So Honest himself attack to them. Where him does say come out. You already thinking Jamaican and then him say this. Him say this.
You elect a prime minister, and is a prime minister run the country. It is time we learn to hold our leaders accountable for their actions and stop making excuses for them. Stop making excuses.
Oh.
Otherwise, go elect the people who really run in the country.
Yes.
And I don't want the right start that with the argument. Hold the people you elect accountable and stop making excuses for them.
So we don't chat now, you know. We don't chat.
Play the one with the IC, man. Where myself leave IC alone too. Make them hear that one too.
Yes, cause him, you hear when they say, hold them, when for hold them, I want to stop make do what? Stop make excuse to them. Now that him say.
Right.
Oh, I could look for the one with the IC now. When
Yeah, man. Cause them are going like we you know, except Andrew Wallace, we not.
Put me, cause me's a man. My head, let me tell you something. Me and that's what the phone to play with, yeah? Me and them who dep online and do one, nobody call me name. Cause me I want a friend, I mean I want a friend from that shit. Yes? Just keep away. Don't call me name and I want a mouth. Me I want a friend. Just fuck off. You understand? Yes. Going on so we no big friend. Only say for all my accountable that we are doing so. Yes. I say which one of them I'm gonna put it in a IC. We put the IC here, so. When you want yourself to do IC.
When a man come out and talk the things them, you know. And we hear him say the things them, you know. But him not practice when him preach, you know. We have to hold him accountable.
But
It's a must.
Of dealing with anti-corruption issues. So there is a learning curve that we are going through. What is important is that the government supports the development of the institution so it can accelerate very quickly on that learning curve and provide the resources so that they can move very quickly on the learning curve, and that the government does not intervene or interfere. And that message goes to the opposition as well. Leave the anti-corruption and policing agencies to do their jobs.
all right, so we don't talk. So himself for hold them accountable. I went thinking Jamaica for raise them bias in concert, in unison, together. And all and they are raise it against the government. We not do enough to do the thing. Him tell me that. And him tell me say no, hey, stop make excuse. That's a only piece of shit him attack. Stop make excuse to himself. Because you see when they are in opposition, him say all these things. But you know, but him never know say, well, the truth are gonna change. So he might say, oh, but I made the Prime Minister no use against me. No, the same thing, except for hold the government accountable. We agree with it. So we are holding accountable. That's how it go. If you tell me to hold the government accountable, whether you're opposition and you come to the government, or you have to hold accountable. You're right. Hold the government accountable. That's why they have so much red tape to hold the government accountable. You know, we are holding them accountable. And we are going to do fact checking and point them out. So him can, make no million just. A matter of fact, let me tell you something. You see, when you even have 1 million owners and him come out, come fuck him, by tomorrow, you see me, maybe my ass long, you say, we look at 4 show. Me lock on like a scut. Cause some stay now. You know, fuck yourself. Cause nobody thinks that you can send a piece of shit and then alone some back up. You know know me yet. Believe me, uno no know una shit. Yes? So if you say when you send out one, it's gonna make it worse for you. It's 100-fold, me we give the one and give you 2. Una shit. So we can expose you more. 100-fold. Each time you send them out, you get me upset. I'm gonna lie down and get all mad and I'm sleep, just get up and you see that early show. I show everything where you do. I'll be an eagle, man, I fly over your place. Yeah, man, we expose you more, man. Yeah, shit, man. You never know. Tell them go away. Them not understand how them are dealing with them. Remember, I'm not make joke when I'm in the tabloid. Just go away, man. See? So I better when you just tell them go hold them kind of. He's not a man phone around. You don't know me. I remember when I start, I don't. Them not realize these things. Me tell them, you know. But coming like them not realize that's some mistake. Them I eat that, you know. Me not done nothing. On a piece of shit, you know. We are exposing him to go to prison. Him to go away. You understand?
I remember, you know, we want the people them know, you know. Andrew Wallace are the Prime Minister, all right? And you see, even if him not deal with that thing directly, you see things will happen indirectly, we have to still hold him accountable for it. Like when we see some police guy out there and carry out them foolishness, in a society where we see them kill people cold-blooded. We see all them angry motorists, Remember, it still fall back on Andrew on the shoulder, you know, them activity there, you know. Because a main river carry tributaries. The tributaries attached to the main river. So it's not just only Andrew Holness individually. The commissioner for police underperform. It fall back on Andrew Holness.
I feel my administration, brother.
Right.
Hold on there. Don't move that. So the commissioner, Google to. Him and the commissioner, him a piece of shit. So him now, him underperform, him do one bag of things and answer him in my puppet. What we do? Call my good and say, well, the opposition, the commissioner not promote, we're wholly accountable. That's stupid, don't it? And the government you have to hold accountable.
I forgot the government accountable.
Do the legislation and do the thing, don't it? Good. It's simple.
Alright. You want to look on something else? Just look on the boy leeching in NCB Bank. And where am I going with a banking sector there? Take for the people the money where them are saving there. We have to hold Andrew Holness accountable as well.
Double it up. When fixed tax carry them a court for change up some things, them fight it. And Andrew can change with the legislation, you know, him have the majority, so I'm not weak. Him help leeching for go and rob people them. The big kind of this and the banking fee and everything. And then them take some money where the people them get back. Them lose their money. See? It for stop. We are saying it for stop. Remember, you know, we are not like them who depend on some local rate and thing where them can just pop some check and then them hold them and put them in our corner. It no work around, so we are Mondayites. It no work around, yes, sir. You see, we different thing. Don't play with the around here. You don't tell them. You don't tell them.
No.
Yes,
Them no. Like them just give themselves trouble. You understand? Yeah. Just look on the amount of things where Andrew Wallace, him are the man.
Yes.
Solve them problem there. But him turn a black eye. Him no want to see them thing there. Because I just say, you know, him have the thing where could have regulate the banking sector and change all of that, you know. But that are not film concern. You know what film concern when he want to change? The constitution.
He want to be a dictator. Well, I'm a dictator. He want to rule. He want to stay there when he have to run the election and then him win. And then I bring a little idiot. With him, but for the youth, they are educated fool to. You are idiot.
I hear the man say.
Ooh, with a sign. With a sign, remember, Marky G, he better than the other. So him that get up and come sign that or phase 1 and phase 2 for move the governor general, but we should him want to move. You not turn him in the president. Ceremonial president, right? But yes, remember, you know, him for be balanced. Him rubber stamp, but you have things where the opposition have forgot to him and deal with him and them recommend who them for pushing and everything, right? So you have a man and give him 3. Who would do that? You have to give him 3 senator for the what? Him a government? If they have a rubber stamp the thing them, or if you give him senator, boy that can make use to just vote for Andrew Wallace himself. And him that change up everything and keep him in a power. The first thing that do, in that just go and just move. Me not ask you. You know, instead of 5 years thing that we have to force to call election, the first thing in that do, if market them that sign him that just move it and say he make a lose, push it at 10 years. Same like when just strike 5. Him that move it. He would have made to go up to 5 that just 7 and then if any good thing you put it 3 more years off. So him that just keep it off and put himself at 10. The first.
Yes, him do it with the local government election. Him do it with the local government election, you know.
When push it back. Alright, good. See? So these are the things we want the power to do. And then him that the Governor General back him. So him that move that for push off, you not keep no election. You have to carry my quote him that come with something and him that use the House and the Senate. Can I get the tree now? Remember, it's a safeguard 21. And we don't have to spend no more money. He want to move it with them big dirty thinking. So for you not trouble the Senate and the House. You not trouble the House, you can't trouble the Senate. Because you want the balance of power. Yes, if we lose it, we might lose everything, but we don't lose it. So you know, we put a balance of power there. So answer them you're independent. That is shit. That is shit. You can't do that with some serious thing and people. You put some people like them others. You put people even without telling even Mark G, if you put some people overseas in them kind of you put them on boards for monitor boards. You understand? You have enough to chair some of them committee there. You put them on board, on committee, but not that Senate thing there. I don't believe in that independent thing there. It can be detrimental to you and for your country. So you have 27. 3 9 27. So him give himself 15, put up 2, and then 3. The 3 automatically are him, Oh, you give a man when I have no power, when I have nobody enough vote for you yourself, select him because they want to run it away, If the opposition reject the guy when I put up for president, it not go to the House or nothing and the Senate, It come to him and your own, and then him just vote in a president. Him that put a queen in there, you can't stop him. Because when you say, I don't like him, and just put him in there.
I know what that thing would do, Just to upset all a man like the man in the wilderness. Him just fling Queenie as the president.
So Queenie, when I'm in there, I worry his boy, man. I dig him out, man. Me I dig him out. Like where they go, none about, but me I dig him out of that. Me not so dirty thinking Queenie. Him a shit. Yeah? So me I dig him out of that. You think my business? And journalists, go sit down. Government, but they mash up the country.
You just want people in Jamaica just understand where we are come from. Yeah? The movements where we are, administrative.
Move! Half of freedom of speech to the youth man that bed. They never come out, come chat, The
Alright.
And just set it up, You man, that's why I'm born out the one when name?
McGregor.
McGregor, man, he's a piece of shit. But him go down there, but I look PNP team for the run the other day. Boy!
You can't run for a PNP ticket.
Boy, I look voting. And then when I run for a PNP ticket, you go, I say,
go, man. Remember, I said, McGregor be a illicit thing him go on with,
If you just come, man.
Man, you must mark bowling party clean, We don't want a little piece of filth coming out come mess up around us. McGregor for go, man. You done your time in a police.
And the bed we catch him. Then when I look the girl there, the same one, where they up with a thing that division.
Popping?
No, that one. She break some curfew rules. I mean, look, you must say the Shenny. So Angela sit down and just call the quick.
Okay.
In 10 feet. When you look, the break the thing I say, show a labor right. When you look, the one Google guy him come. And him tongue big and heavy like more than my sperm.
And then that alone, them thing them hey.
It was no hotel do the thing. And the man them have them hand phone and you see it. Same like when you see hand phone and you see the thing I run go for the people them. That's why you should have deal with the guy. When you look, them just move him and know him a minister. Nobody run Andrew not get fired or nothing, I remember the big dirty thinking the Coke organization, the PSOJ. It's a cocaine organization. Enough of them in that pay cocaine them done. I know get a people cocaine, you can't buy it. Then you think America eat that? America, if them bodies down there in Canada and them think America eat them. America and them places eat that. Them know how for one. Them know so for them. Them no go jail. Them name can't call in a court. Them just sit down and live in a paradise. Police can't touch them or nothing. That for block. When you break law, you forgot go to prison too. More want to see some of them. Anytime you want to have a country run, you see some politician done a GP. You say, oh, the youth them sleep same way, nobody no business with them. And some of the big boy them PSOJ, and nobody no business with them. Then you know say the law equal up now. Then that will make me easy, I say, but you can't have two law. One way you use an attack, one way you use and protect the big boy, them and the big dirty thinking criminal politician them. And then the other one now where you use and Trump and stepping up poor people neck. We can't work with that. We have to
We're not work with that. We're not working with that.
No.
Because what is up? We see SSL, yeah, go on with them foolishness with the icon Usain Bolt. Yeah? And Andrew Holness. I know Andrew Holness not address that, you know. I know. Yeah, because the little speech when him say I'm not privy to details, so I'm not saying nothing until him have when for have. Well, it look like him not get nothing called, no, him not come out and say nothing. So this show you say Andrew Holness affiliated with everything what happened to SSL. That's why I can't talk. Lonesome make the entire world know say Krasky will never be investigated or arrested because Krasky have Andrew Holness as Prince Andrew. Yeah, so said, so done. I know the Krasky no get no interview from the police, you know. Fitzgerald no interview Krasky, you know. Narim's son, you know.
Him come out and say it in the paper. But me didn't tell them from day one. Me tell them son of the woman. She a scapegoat. Don't she come out and talk herself? What them do to the woman?
Scapegoat.
The way we lamp on the woman for. Who's somebody? Just let me ask you. With people with critical thinkers. You are working at SSL. And upon the job, she not working in the financial part. You know. She's
a wellness advisor.
Yeah, wealth advisor, yes. Wellness advisor. So she work on this. So she's not working at the financial part, right? Wellness advisor. All right. You're going to get up and hear so much money, miss. And you go to a JP. You take up yourself. Go to a JP and say you compare your and say these things about yourself. And then sign it and give it over to police. Them tell us that she all right and promise I will take care of you.
I promise you get promise, man. Trick them trick hard. Trick them trick she like the Andrew Holness do.
5 years. And then Big Mama push her worse. And then come and say she want an apartment. When everybody, hey, for me see that, you know, me fly me eagle on the right side of them. And then when you look now, them I say she have the thing. Me I say them couldn't go look. She don't have nothing.
She can't have that.
No, if
that
you think
have that.
Me don't know how, but me do a lot of investigation. Because me a man a lot of things me study. Me watch how me move ragamuffin. I tell you, I'm more professional than enough of them where you see a chat. Them are shit. I'm going to run them way like come run them way. Same like come still talk to people. Look, my father talk to me. I'm more professional than them. And some things when me listen. So them don't know nothing. Hey, you see some people going to pose up. Them don't know nothing. You know, them are shit, you know. Tell me I tell you this, you know. Tell me I tell you this. All right. See? When me run that, you can tell me you lied. You have 31 million US. That them saying more than that, 31 million. Or you get it out in the bank in the first place. If you go withdraw $10,000, it can't move. A big boy move that money. Same like I say, Andrew can move 400 million in them 3 account them. I see money I draw 150 million. I saw them move money, they move them up license. Them over there so can move the money around because the money is there. Okay? She couldn't move that money. Easily trace. Can't have come out of a bank. But
Definitely.
It's not a bank. It's not a bank. Okay? And then if you did get a chance, even a bank and you give 31 million, it's everybody way. 31 million enough money. The biggest denomination in a US is a $100 note. Not $10,000 or $5,000 note. So it carry weight. 31
weight.
You can lift it and carry
weight.
No weight. Paper carry weight. No weight. Believe it, it carry enough weight. So I don't know how should I get to the country. Can't go on plane, can't go nowhere with you, can't put in your house and things. You have a seat.
All right. Me could just say something. Boy on the way. Me could just say something. All right. Yeah. Them establish that she steal the money. Yeah. Then them pursue her for the money. Because if she steal the money, she can't do all of that. You know.
No, they can't pursue her for the money. That is it.
No, we just say. Because them say
I'm not saying they pursue her because she not steal the money. Them know. So you have to when you steal the money, brother. It don't make no sense.
It don't make no sense, but this is how them run out with the woman and use the woman as a scapegoat.
Woman talk.
Because if me thief 31 million, you know.
You know, stay Jamaica.
Number
Yeah,
one, you don't keep the job either. Should have left the job.
Brother, if you thief to me say, all right, Sha Umar, if you thief 31 million US, the first thing Sha do, nobody not see her from when 2007, 8, 9, or even 12, 13. Sha did it till 2023 till that kind of. She leave that job long time. You know,
Long time.
She don't leave it long time, leave Jamaica, go down in a south desert and then find herself in desert, maybe married and change up her wedding her name.
Her name, everything changed.
Everything change, you can't find her. Even if she come back to Jamaica, you don't know her. Change her feature, she can go do something. I mean, maybe if
she can go do all type of thing.
Either name she married, that name change, and she have her money. Go do her face to her thing, and when you look, she come back. She come on the island and you don't know her because she have her book from down there. So you don't know her unless she want you know her. She can come back and travel and do everything you don't know nothing about her. See? She'd have rich. She'd have the money to leave the country. But she sit down and work and do and then when run go do this. And then when you look, you have somebody eat that like Big Mama them, you know. She luxurious apartment. One of favor drunk. Mislead the public. And not the first them do it. Not the first. That's stupid.
The people who live in the apartments, the woman don't own the apartment.
Who not idiot? Who not critical? Them don't know pay critical think around this. What I'm telling you, me do investigation to what the fuck happened to her.
Where Big Mama get that information from? Say the woman own luxurious apartment because everybody will live there knows the woman own the place.
Apartment in there. She don't want the
But him run out with that because him a work for Andrew Holness. Him a work with Fitz Bailey. I cook up a thing. So that alone tell John Public said this woman have nothing to do with the 31 million. I fling the woman under the bus because them trick her into a plea bargain. She will take the rap and them give her some cash and she fall for the trick. You understand? She fall for it. That's where she go wrong, you know. Because something like that, she should have the knowledge to say, you know, distance yourself from these type of activities. Don't make them send a harpoon out there to come hook you and dry you in them corruption. Yeah? Because you have 25 years of service. Yeah? So, you know, you are well adverse to the business. You understand?
I have 2 minutes. She talk in a coach, she said him tell her to do it.
Yeah.
And the woman.
So right away we can see so well then, you know, for them come tell her to say something where she know. I remember at them
that's
them know about it.
Yes, so what them do when them tell her, them say you know because I look away, so what you gonna do? The one of them sit on attack. Elijah them know about it too. So them
and you know about it too.
You know,
and you know about it too.
Yes, cool off. So we can't lock up him. Because I remember some boom bam bam and she just say, all right, we do this. And then promise her money.
Yeah, man, them make her offer, man. That's why she say what she say, you know. But when she realize where she look, put herself in her, she come out and rephrase what she said.
And make them again. And look on the pattern, people. Real greed. He used his wife and him use, but he used the woman, the old woman again. She, the wife, come use the old woman, but real know, you know. Remember, him know the woman, you know. And the wife and the daughter, they make sure up in a bank account. Remember, it's here. Them go for lock up the woman. And the woman have to know about on my bank account. And them keep it. Because them go knock her up, she frightened. Nearly have a heart attack. Them say, give me the book. She said, but me not have no book. And them have the book. Them carry me and tell me for open it. Them make me sign. Them tell me what authorize me what for put in there. And them keep the book. See, so them dangerous.
Them give that woman was 30,000.
Them do it to the driver line.
Yeah, all them give the woman was 30,000. That's all she get out of the 55 million, you know, 30,000. So these people, even when them are use you, them disregard you. As nobody because you have me, you know, open a book for such a sum of money, like 55 million. Boy, you give me a 30,000. Eh? And the same thing Andrew do to everybody. Him not have no affiliation with the poor.
This is how I say come in now. Now make just make it get a read.
All right.
The government must only be held accountable when can artist Andrew in opposition, but when he's in government, he doesn't want anyone to hold him or his government accountable. Lonesome and the Titan will never make that happen. You're right.
Yeah. We are not allowing them type of behavior around here. Unscrupulous behavior must be highlighted.
Yes.
Unscrupulous behavior must be highlighted by the Titans.
Of course.
You understand?
When
There's
them,
no two ways about that.
no two ways. When them can run with them corruption and talk with them want to talk for them business that when we run here so a different thing. Nobody play with we not play with them. It's simple. We are hold them to account. Andrew tell we to hold them to account. Andrew will do a favor. You understand? And stop flip flop because we have the video. Every time you talk, remember you know this. You talk yesterday, you can talk tomorrow, you talk the next day. You know, so I forget a thing of all these videos and they do match back with some of the things that you say. And every lies, you are matched up and show you about now 1 bedroom, then 2 bedroom. You can't be a prime minister with that. Look how you put the country through. Which other, just tell me, which other prime minister ever go through this with a country like Jamaica and anything? Nobody else. The most mayor man all kind of things you and the same cabinet member that push the country through it unbelievable. And when you went out and say you spend the, and I'm gonna lie, when you spend the most money, say fried green come out. And him fix 200 hardwood when not never go. So him don't know, so me have the figure. It's a beer for what I'm doing now. Eh? That cost him more than 4 billion. Him they get 4 billion to fix 200 hardwood. What happened to this guy? Hey, I be a garbage him chatting now. 200 hardwood.
You can't do maths, man. I think we don't know maths. 1 out of the 2. But watch this now. Where we have to grab up and look how them boy have work. You understand? Because them have a systematic pattern, you know, where them roll out all the time, you know. Yeah? And feel like so well that it can move. Mountain. Just look upon the amount of crime, yeah, what we see committing at the state. Well, we are watching them on video. And you know, the Prime Minister come out and, you know, say nothing in regard to what him say happen to the citizens them in the country, you know. That for sure you say, when you see these things, you know, my brother, they are affiliated to these boys.
Yeah, man.
You understand? Because remember, you know, Andrew get harder, you know. Andrew get harder. And Andrew get the harder and say I'm the ultimate leader. That me must said one time. Me I wonder what you mean by.
That's scary.
That very scary. So as an ultimate leader, we know as a dictator that we are look upon. So we are watching some killing go on in Jamaica over the past year. Yeah? Where them dep on video, you watch a man take him last breath. You see how him get killed. But nothing no done. Nothing no done, you know. We see some people in Jamaica now be a neck them a go off. When I not stabbing at the neck, a neck cut. It happened from 9-year-old. I come all the way up. You understand?
Oh, no,
These
yes.
them things are wrong. Because me couldn't be a prime minister for my country, you know. I see a little 9-year-old throat get cut, you know. But me not come out as a prime minister and condemn that, you know. Me would have to condemn it as a prime minister. Me not see my people, whether they are from the ghetto, middle class or upper class. Me see you get murdered by the state resorts as it relates to the police. But me not come out and condemn that. I'm here watch it on video. The Minister of National Security, dirty stinking Dr. Crab. All him not say nothing and him see them on video. Them people walking on the eyes, man. Walking on the eyes, man. And walking on the ears to man and know where I go on the ground, man. Then you have some serious dictatorship running in Jamaica, undercover dictator. But him want, you know, make it official. That's why I see him want tamper with the constitution. That's why I see all of who him bring back around him appear criminal. Yeah. Mama Cow. Yeah. Curil Reed. Fable Williams. Yeah. Floyd Green. Then there are some people where we know supposed to not have no name in our politics right now, you know. Them four in particular, you know. Then when you look for Agintai now, Agintai missing up a whole heap of money where him saying buy car for the police them. We don't see them vehicle there. The money not come back. Agintai not gone to prison. Agintai still about to root up the place. When you look affidavit come from Agintai, the Prime Minister now come out and say, well, you know, you have to leave the party because Andrew one is worse than Agintai. So you can't tell Agintai nothing. But Agintai under rape suspicion, you know. Yeah? Suspected of raping a young girl. The affidavit come. Strip 5 now nobody do even look on the affidavit. You understand? And when an affidavit reach, you know, in the justice system, you know, it need to be looked at carefully. You have to check the authenticity of the affidavit to begin with, and to say it's legal, it's coming from reputable source. And then when you don't know, you pursue the person in question. But affidavit leave London and reach down the Agintai and it just drop in some file 13. Or them drown it out in Kingston Harbour. Because Agintai they root up the place same way. So when you look around Andrew Wallace, you see all various type of criminal people around him, you know. Who not rape, brother. I carry out some other serious atrocity, you know. You understand? And them thing that we surround Andrew Wallace. So the people in Jamaica, me know no wise up to the cause right now. Yeah, because we can't take no more Andrew Wallace destruction, you know. Me certain of that, because if we not take any more, you know, brother. Remember, you know, I wipe Jamaica wipe out, you know. I wipe Andrew and wipe out Jamaica. Because Andrew alone for standing at Jamaica and own Jamaica land where all we love. And that we are the Prime Minister, criminal Prime Minister. Him have no standing, man. Him have if he just go away, you know. Because every time he talk about him, him rise my temperature, you know. Yeah, man, him get me high, man. Because I don't know if one man can carry out so much atrocity upon a little Caribbean island. Yeah, and I have no remorse for the things I'm going to do. Nobody never said up to him. Eh? Him lie in front of everybody. Journalists. But remember, what is on Sunday evening, you know? Just when time they sell thing I go on, you know. They didn't have the full swing, you know. If they are underneath a tree and a parrot are running away, you know. And you hear
move your bumper.
move.
But
I think where Andrew Wallace say underneath a tree there, you know. You say no business and election, you know, and business about legacy. Legacy! So one of the legacy what we see him try push through is constitution to change to bring president come so it dip on him resume as part-time legacy. Andrew Wallace that can't happen around yourself. If Jamaica will move to that stage, it won't be under your administration because you're a criminal. We can't allow criminals to touch the constitution and change the landscape of Jamaica politics. You have to suit who? Yourself and your minions them. You have a rubber stamp a president. Yeah, where you give him that position there, but him have 3 pick. Then who are pay them 3 people there? And them pay master, them go vote for, you know. I remember you would have paid them, you know. So them people now go independent, you know, how them cast them vote, you know. And one way to go over your side. You think we're idiot around yourself? You have to go away with them little folly grounds, man. Yeah? Move out of the space, man, because you're that piece of shit. Just know that, man. Yeah? You see all them big investment that we are going with. Remember our money you are using, you know. Our money you are using, and we want back them investment there. Just like how they take it from the ordinary Jamaican them, when you find them in a breach, a corruption like money laundering, and excess wealth unexplained. Your one excess wealth where you can't explain to IC for how many years. So we need to get back that. It's a must we have to put back on power cash. You're too barefaced with the criminality, man, and you're the worst thing in the Caribbean. Everybody in the Caribbean will laugh after you.
Right. The world.
Barbados Prime Minister come give a wonderful speech at the great man centenary. And you hear them talk. Them not in favor of you, nor your party. All that lady was mentioned. Yeah, was about the goodness of Joshua Michael Manley and the People's National Party. Because your party have nothing in our history, you know, more than for rob and destroy, you know. Burn down Evelyn Tide and all them things there, you know. Yeah, bring scarcity and goods pan Jamaica people, you know, want to hold up the thing them, you know. Yeah, because no CIA friend them, you know, control the market, you know. And Jamaican people have to line up and push the man through some little grill to get one item, you know. We are some wicked people. But we is here to make the people who Andrew who listen have no experience and knowledge back at them time there. God make we they have to bring them knowledge to the people them. Because Andrew say a whole heap of Jamaica don't know nothing about in the 70s. You understand? All them know about are from 2000. Basically, just put it there so. But some great ambassador like me alone, some man, Titan brother Byron, I already all have we know these things. We can pass on the information to the people. Jamaica was a great place under Joshua Michael Manley. God, and that's a Jamaica prosper the most. Yeah? And we see how them CIA friend them do. Destroy that in our way. Yeah? Because remember when a GLP first bring gun coming at Jamaica, you know. Then bring gun come to kill Bob Marley, Michael Manley. Me not ask.
Sure.
You understand? Because them say Bob Marley as a man where the people gravitate to and rally around. The people that was listening to Bob Marley. But Bob Marley was not in favor of the CIA then. Bob Marley was a man that was in favor of the people and the love when at Jamaica. And him not fool. Him see which one of the leader at the time was the man where I said peace and love. So Bob Marley was a man that more move like how we move is a manly heights. But we try to get rid of him. We don't use gun, we don't use fire. Michael have to put on that heavy manners. Pernell Chad, Babs Grange. Him have to fling them in a gun coat. You understand? So when we are look on is a systematic demolition government. No matter who come in within the JLP and becomes prime minister, them carry out the same dirty politics, gun, corruption, all type of things them go on with. Yeah? Them things they have to stop because that are destroy Jamaica, you know. You know what generation them people are killed out of Jamaica. With them gun, with them bring come at Jamaica. A poor country like Jamaica. The youth them have too much gun down there. We buy some big money. But yet still them not have a proper house. Them not have food. Some of them don't have a good shoes for them foot. But them have something value over $500,000 in them hand. And them have get supply feed where them can't buy. Unauthorized people cannot buy these things. You have to authorize to buy gun and ammunition. So you tell me what's going on. Dr. Crab We see where WikiLeaks have him as a man we wanted, but yet still imposed upon Minister of National Security. They don't see something wrong with Jamaica.
WikiLeaks have him as a man who do pay crime.
Yeah.
Have him as a man who do
money laundering, drug trafficking.
Yeah, man, everything.
You understand? And have a gang and link to the stone crusher gang. You understand? So WikiLeaks have everything on him, but him a Minister of National Security. Oh, we comprehend all these things. It's bad for the country, man. Brother.
No, but now with that, you see, when we have national security, but if we talk, say, when you're deputy prime minister, something happens to the prime minister, you take over. You're deputy prime minister, you can't travel. That's not goddamn disgrace. And you sit down there with that thing, I get deputy prime minister here. Can you forget one, national security? You might get the bigger one.
You might get the bigger one, the deputy prime minister here.
Prime minister pay, I get. I remember in do not forget that pay.
You can't travel.
You can't travel. And the first time in our history, we have so much people now. Andrew and his administration, them can't travel. And them are people where them send out. Can them send people to China and from down in Clarendon, you know. Go ask the mayor where them have done the way for change out now. That is the bug one there. If you ever go China, if you Mike Henry before, go ask him. Mike 6, so him travel. Just go ask him. Tell him some me if you ask him if him more time him travel go to China for Mike Henry.
Then make we ask one question and now weird. Like how them are send people go to the Republic of China. What type of governance them deal with them there?
No man, you can go by. Alright. So you can remember them government and chat to them about governance, you know. Maybe them want something and thing. Because them not recognize that. But maybe them want something into that you go, you send him. But the government can deal with it. That before him throwing me and not like this. That before this. But yes, still him come travel upon your behalf. Remember tell them, say, Prime Minister get around, when them go place like in New York, them get them money that expense, they can them have them expense for the Minister of Finance give them, you know. Like them get $400 and something per day. Per dime. Yes. Them get, yeah. So them get around $400 US. If them go like in a some of these things, Panama them get around $390. Like North Central per day, you know. Yeah, per day. That's for them allowances where them get. So if them take 2 weeks, just add up how much money them get differently for travel. Then that means not for them money them have spend. You don't know why you give them so much money for. Because them not eat up that and them have everything otherwise, you know. You don't even want to give them money there. Them allowance there. But this is where we have a face.
I waste that money, Jamaica money under the government.
I put up the paper and show this thing. I put up the thing and show. I have it, you know.
When we see the close ties between this Labour administration and China represent the same thing like what Cuba have, you know, where them used to fight against, you know.
No, China worse.
Them worse.
So China, what? China, remember, say you can't remember the doctor was stuck and then keep. Remember China?
All right. There you go. So, you know, we go back in time and rephrase
Taiwan, they know, man. China worse. Remember them can't just talk and do what they want, you know. And certain places have some village people can't come in the city, you know. And you have to be as black, nobody follow nobody. You have much Jamaican have business in China. Sit down there and sell and do everything and can't drive up all the world anywhere in the country. Like if you're in America and you're from one end, you can go from one end to the other. You know, business them. And like the government has stopped it. Them government they stop you from move. See? Some place when them say black people are frightened, them frightened. You have some place them are love it, but some place them frightened. People might have got to go study about them or they may kick you out. You know, how much black people own much thing in China. Much Jamaica know much thing in China. China want a lot of things in Jamaica. Chinese want a lot of things in Jamaica. You see the vice versa thing in the right.
And balance.
First, them full of shit. The government right now full of shit. You put the people first. Go along, some people are selling some style and I walk and I sell some thing in them and them thing. Look at what people them stay, man. People come and wreck our country. They say them I call man, them a matter of fact. I'm sure, I'm say me have it right, so because me's a man, me like, I'm think them when me talking. This earth me head, you know, and you own it, so never go, you know. Yeah, this earth me head, I'm sure, I'm say me have it right, so. I'm say me have it, so. I'm say me have this right, so, because me have it, so me have it somewhere dead wrong. When the Chinese are talking about you, Batman come out, they look so bad up the man. About that woman and the youth and say, oh, this kid makes you go home now and stop bother for people them. So you want you ask it. Not my saying people, I'm gonna play it soon. Well, I'm gonna play this soon because it's unbelievable what me attack right now. But you know, it's true, you know. It's unbelievable, you know. When me just do this, I made it something and now I couldn't see this here, sir. You're not gonna believe this. Here them people in our place. Number one, them the name what them say them name. Only for know that. Yeah. And number two, you can't them people in our place are this for people them like this. This are shit. Remember take it on and play it. I'm a tough fact sheet. Remember just play it as a big cat. Me have no wait. Look at this way. This. Shabaka for the man. You remember I call him Batman, hear this. A Jamaican man, Sharon to work with her, you know. One man has a stop costume man. I do man chat. Remember the woman I work with her and he chat like and the youth outside I say, oh yeah, you have to man make sure go home and this are the disrespect in your country. She him no name Simon and she no name with them call her, you know, because when them have one of them the other day with this must box down at work and must wet her up and knock her out. Them go a court and she don't want to pay the money. Just as a book back and go on like them lean and to that, them call them right name. Mash up a worker, them are angry worker like shit, you know.
Them believe a place. That may I say. Them believe a place.
Them I put them together and play it.
I knew.
You outside, you stop talk, man. Stop talk. Madman, stop talk. You know, you Simon, him not Simon, him not shit.
I think so, municipal.
Let me tell you this. You as a Jamaican, African, you could not go to China. And in that say, Batman, hey, stop talk, hey, blah, 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 and when you look at the boss and it not work, it will never work. Me not ask you. You, them say, they take off your animal to backside. Can't work.
You hear me I say? We have to have a reform coming out of the municipal, yeah? Where them people need to leave a place. Take back the building from them. The Jamaican people and forget them wholesale. Yeah. You see if China now come here with some multi-billion-dollar company as investment, you can't come do wholesale and retail in our place. That's a common business, you know.
Yes.
If you come with multi-billion-dollar investment, man.
Yeah, man.
You can't come run shop in our place.
But them have it in every parish now.
It's time. That's why we call for the municipal corporation people. Take back the building from these nastiness.
Take them back to, you know, the same UDC to, you know.
Yeah, take back the building from the nastiness, them, man. Them for go out them yard, man. You see, if you're not born at Jamaica, at China, at a Chinese, you can't do no business, wholesale and retail.
Them have no.
Restaurant and them things. Go on a place with on a dog meat or on a puss meat, man.
Yes.
On a lizard tail and them nasty sitting there with them cooking at them brown sauce. You understand where me I come from? Oh, you can have them people that run food shop in our country.
Hey, me from me, when me done, I never 2 minutes to mash up some. Yes, I have around 2 minutes if you like. Go and blaze the fire and I can mash up some swim around when me done. You know, mash up some beef.
Yeah, man. Well, you don't know the fire there. The fire there for the Chinese them right now. Them we are blaze and burn out right now. You know.
Well,
yeah, them leave a place. Them Chinese got them too stink and nasty. We see them back school girl. Yeah. We see them a wet up people. We see them going to courthouse and argue the price of it. Me not pay that. Me and I want to tell the judge what she can pay. Ain't them piece of nasty shit here. And them not talk of China, you know. These shit house we see in Jamaica, them now have no talk of China. I tell you. Them angle them like dog shit down at China. But Jamaica, them come and live this fabulous life. Them get all much 100-acre land to develop Chinese community. Women don't see them participate in the society. All see when they are independent, them the power stage. What this nasty government do? I draw them power stage like them a part of a culture. Which part of Chinese can be part of black people culture? When Chinese have in the museum down in China a portrait with all type of various animal, monkey and all type of thing. How do I do all this and Babsy Grange? Them for go, man. I mean, change the government to come in because we have to reduce the amount of Chinese we are operating at Jamaica. It have to happen. Jamaican they don't have a job. They know you have so much Chinese, over 200,000 Chinese in the place of work. Them control all who off. All them type of nastiness there. I bring in all the gun and drugs and all type of thing. Right now the Chinese them are kill out we youth them in a school. Because them have the whole of them for Mali. So the youth them can't function in a school no more, you know. Them have sex ties are introduced to the little youth them in a store, you know. Dildo and all type of thing, you know. And mash them come to mash up Jamaica society. Andrew Wallace. You need to do something about the Chinese then before you left September come. Start doing repatriation of Chinese out of a place. You have until September.
No, not in September, you know. From January or February for call election and go, man.
Well, if him now go call it to you. Him now go call it. You know why now go call it.
You get them out. You don't want to go say, Papa Paul, I tell him, I go and do it and if you take over September. Go away.
No, well, it not take over no September. But you know him not relinquish until September. And you know why him not go do that. Yeah, but him can do one good thing. And the repatriation of the Chinese them and free up some job for the locals them.
Yes.
Yeah, that thing can do. Because we see some Chinese down there with fake goods, you know. And them not got prison, you know. Them run go over Portmore, go mash up a youth where build some shoes. Yeah, how that work? Your own people you destroy. You say man make fake shoes. But the Chinese look at $200 million worth of fake goods.
300 million. Fake powder, fake cooking oil, fake motor oil, fake pharmaceutical, fake clothes, fake shoes, fake everything. And them not go back home. You know, we work with them have, if them have that type, them have papers, legal papers, because them buy these things. The goddamn thing. Like this.
So when we put them things together, and them things we are show Jamaican people. Just look at Andrew do with the Jamaican youth. We are try a little thing and make some shoes when say Clarks. Him angle him ravish. But the Chinese with over $300 million worth of fake goods. And that's just one, you know. One to the rest them, you know much fake goods there at Jamaica. Because that's just one Chinese, you know. But him have over $300 million. And him alone to do it because the whole of them know the loophole. Them know say that free range them have with the port. Them know the container them now strip down and check. So there you go. That's Jamaica problem. Yeah. So we know we have to fix it.
All right,
Yeah,
brother. Now
yes,
I'm mash up some tomorrow, but eastbound. Yeah, me know say Scotiabank out there it turn Chinese thing, yeah, out of you. We know man. Brother, later me go. This is somebody else me eat late. Me not go my bed so early, man. So me eat you know, me not, yeah man, we are talk about man. I'm have to drink a cup of think the tea too, you know. Yes, you know. It dead already too, you know.
all right.
Yes.
I will drink what I know myself to as usual. I don't know
See there? I drink my ginger tea, man.
ginger tea.
Eat my
All
food.
right.
You understand? So see that till I throw them thing, yes, mate. You turn out the tea, man.
You have the thermos, yeah, man, to keep the warm. People see there.
See it like good. Me there people. Me out again gonna mash up some food here.
All right, I love people.
Up later. Later. Up.
All right.
Trendsetter, I'm Dr. Dixon on this place. Tell the boy, let's come on. You want from the bottom, no man. See, anyway, good song. Man a big trendsetter, no one some run the place. Me no follow back a man, come in no run rat race. Big trendsetter, no one some set the place. Me follow back a man, yo, yo, yo. As a man said to me, you're an expansion man. Cool one, in the car, I'm gonna no spam. Every man jump up on the man wagon. Put them lyrics together. And I do make one boy. Them don't know how to compose song. The boy them sound like cold bag and follow the hell. Them PVC and touchdown. Maybe sit and let me get a while. I pull up a tan. Run up the trendsetter. No one come set the place. Never love a come and come in no run rat race. Big trendsetter till one some set the place. Never love a come on. Yo, veteran. To perform a stage show and for them up the rest. Yes. Take some juice and smoke too big. Get the fist the crowd naturally where we drop down and dead. Get nervous and I know what to say. Yo, load some natural and what them a think. Man a vegetarian and me no smoke no drink. When me up on the mic out the moon starting. I have the iceberg on the Titanic sing. Man a big trendsetter, load some set the place. Me never love